You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. The most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey. The most influential name in Caribbean radio. WZYE 95.9 FM.
Welcome to WZYE TV 95.9 FM. We come to you every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. And on Sunday from 1 to 4 p.m. on Let's Talk Politics. Like, share and subscribe to keep up to date with reality affecting your life, and as we always say, we bring the truth, the whole truth and nothing but the truth.
You're tuned to WZYE, the heartbeat of unfiltered truth. We're more than a station, we're a movement, grounded in facts, driven by integrity, committed to progress. We don't chase headlines, we create them. Decoding politics and current affairs to question power, not cozy up to it. From Laventille to Scarborough, whether you're in your living room or your commute, this is where perspectives collide, divides dissolve, and tomorrow's conversations start today. WZYE, we originate, not imitate.
It's so hard to deal with personal struggle. It's so sad when you feel alone in your trouble. It's real hard when you want to talk to a brother. It's so bad because of how some look at you after. So Jesus, come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Jesus, come and be. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Jesus, come and me. Cover me head. Satan want me dead. Cover me back from human attack. So Jesus, come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Jesus, come and be while you fix it. Jesus, come and me. People see you smile, but don't know the hurt that you're feeling. Even as God's child, at times your heart does be bleeding. Where can you go when you're really looking for healing? Who know how to flow when your soul needs some restoring? So Jesus, come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Jesus, come and be. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me home from evils unknown. Cover my feet so I'll never retreat. Oh Lord, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover my brother, cover my sister, them who under pressure. Cover the preacher, every church worker, the young believer. Cover the worship leader and intercessor, every gospel minister. Cover. Jesus alone is the one who has the real answer. The one on the throne is the true and loving Father. He will hold your hand and keep you from going under. He will make you stand and let you know He's a fixer. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me mind. You know the struggle sometimes. Cover me mouth, that the wrong thing wouldn't come out. Oh Lord, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it, Jesus, cover me. Cover the Christian in the midst of aggression with the power of your right hand. Jesus, cover, cover, cover them helpless children. Jesus, defend them. Send help from heaven. Jesus, cover, cover, cover all them radio stations that blessing the nation. Grant divine protection. Jesus, cover, 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 cover me. Keep me as the apple of thine eye. Hide me under the shadow of thy wing. O Lord, my Savior. It's so hard to deal with personal struggle. So sad when you feel alone in your trouble. It's real hard when you want to talk to a brother. It's so bad because of how some look at you after. So Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover my head. Satan want me dead. Cover my back from human attack. So Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. People see you smile, but don't know the hurt that you're feeling. Even as God's child, at times your heart does be bleeding. Where can you go when you're really looking for healing? Who know how to flow when your soul needs some restoring? So Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me home from evils unknown. Cover my feet so I'll never retreat. Oh Lord, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover my brother, cover my sister, them who under pressure. Cover, 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 cover the preacher, every church worker, the young believer. Cover, cover, cover the worship leader and intercessor, every gospel minister. Cover, cover, cover. Jesus alone is the one who has the real answer. The one on the throne is the true and loving Father. He will hold your hand and keep you from going under. He will make you stand and let you know he's a fixer. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me mind. You know the struggle sometimes. Cover me mouth, that the wrong thing wouldn't come out. Oh Lord, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover the Christian in the midst of aggression with the power of your right hand. Jesus, cover, cover, cover them helpless children. Jesus, defend them. Send help from heaven. Jesus, cover, cover, cover all them radio stations that blessing the nation. Grant divine protection. Jesus, cover, 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 cover me, cover me, cover me.
Truer words were never spoken. The less you associate with some people, the more your life will improve. Anytime you tolerate mediocrity in others, it increases your mediocrity. An important attribute in successful people is their impatience with negative thinking and negative acting people. As you grow, your associates will change. Some of your friends will not want you to go on. They will want you to stay where they are. Friends that don't help you climb will want you to crawl. Your friends will stretch your vision or choke your dream. Those that don't increase you will eventually decrease you. Consider this. Never receive counsel from unproductive people. Never discuss your problems with someone incapable of contributing to the solution, because those who never succeed themselves are always first to tell you how. Not everyone has a right to speak into your life. You are certain to get the worst of the bargain when you exchange ideas with the wrong person. Don't follow anyone who's not going anywhere. With some people you spend an evening. With others, you invest it. Be careful where you stop to inquire for directions along the road of life. Wise is the person who fortifies his life with the right friendships. If you run with wolves, you will learn how to howl. But if you associate with eagles, you will learn how to soar to great heights. A mirror reflects a man's face, but what he is really like is shown by the kind of friends he chooses. The simple but true fact of life is that you become like those with whom you closely associate, for the good and the bad. Note, be not mistaken. This is applicable to family as well as friends. Yes, do love, appreciate, and be thankful for your family, for they will always be your family, no matter what. Just know that they are human first. And though they are family to you, they may be a friend to someone else and will fit somewhere in the criteria above. In prosperity, our friends know us. In adversity, we know our friends. Never make someone a priority when you are only an option for them. If you are going to achieve excellence in big things, you develop the habit in little matters. Excellence is not an exception. It is a prevailing attitude.
Let me say a special hello to all the WZYE 95.9 FM listeners. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, it's in the village with Uncle Tommy, COP, Professor Walshit, and you on WZYE 95.9 FM. And as you know, ladies and gentlemen, we come to you every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. That's every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. And folks, you know you got to do your WZYE civic duty as soon as you get in. Share the live, WZYE 95.9 FM on Facebook. Subscribe, WZYE TV and YouTube. And you can reach us here at 973-868-1444. That's 973-868-1444. Or 973-609-6509. That's 973-609-6509. And this is how we start the thing.
Welcome to WZYE TV 95.9 FM. We come to you every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. And on Sunday from 1 to 4 p.m. on Let's Talk Politics. Like, share and subscribe to keep up to date with reality affecting your life. And as we always say, we bring the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
You're tuned to WZYE, the heartbeat of unfiltered truth. We're more than a station, we're a movement, grounded in facts, driven by integrity, committed to progress. We don't chase headlines, we create them. Decoding politics and current affairs to question power, not cozy up to it. From Laventille to Scarborough, whether you're in your living room or your commute, this is where perspectives collide, divides dissolve, and tomorrow's conversations start today. WZYE, we originate, not imitate.
And of course, ladies and gentlemen, we do mean that. We originate, we don't imitate. We bring you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God. And folks, I'm telling you something here. Wow. Wow. That's all I can say, folks. It is wow. Very interesting, folks. Very interesting. Give me 1 minute here. Oh well. So, folks, of course, we bring you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Something just take me there by surprise, and that had to do with YouTube. But we have put that in words, so you take a listen.
Ansam LeBon and Marshall Nesbitt solemnly swear to conduct this radio program in a true, fair, and balanced manner, ensuring that all perspectives are given equal consideration and that the information presented is objective and unbiased. We pledge to provide a platform where diverse voices can be heard, fostering open and constructive dialogue that serves the best interests of our audience and community. Our commitment is to uphold the principles of journalistic integrity and ethical broadcasting throughout the duration of this program. Thank you.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. We bring you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Tommy, how are you going?
Quite good. And yourself, good sir?
Well, Tommy, I just did something. And let me tell you this, right? There was a breaking news story by Ken Ali, right?
Okay.
And I just uploaded to YouTube. And YouTube blocked it.
Wow.
It had to do, but we'll read it. We'll read it. We'll read it.
Wow.
But it had to do with
YouTube censors stories?
Yeah, man. Yeah. It had to do with an editorial by Ken Ali. And it had to do with the Prime Minister of St. Vincent.
Rob Gonzalez.
Correct. Yeah. And YouTube said it's bullying. So by YouTube saying it's bullying, they just removed it from WZYE TV page. So wow. I don't know if they're going to give us a strike, but I deleted it. So folks, I'm telling you.
How about Douglas Politics and his revelation about the
Tommy, let me see that one. That one stayed though, you know. Yeah, we have that one from this morning. That one is, that one. We actually have that. We're gonna play that one.
Yeah,
we actually have that one.
And Unusual Source sent me that, and I was surprised. I said, "Wow!"
Right. So we have that one, but the other one that Ken Ali just wrote, they kicked it out, man. And Tommy, there was another one with what is that girl name again, boy? She had threatened Kamala, the Prime Minister, and she had put the Prime Minister address on social media.
Right.
And I posted a video on that, and YouTube said it was bullying too. Wow. Boy, I'm telling you, you know. So just imagine, right?
Somebody has to be going in front and presenting those arguments to YouTube.
You're absolutely correct. Absolutely correct, Tommy. Somebody's taking in front and going and reporting his thing to YouTube, because I just uploaded it to YouTube, and I'm gonna read it. But if I play it, YouTube may block the whole program. It Tommy, why? It ain't getting easy out there.
Unbelievable.
Just as I finish here, you know, when you see me pick up my phone, I pick up my phone because they have just 2 minutes ago blocked it. And it is in red. Whenever they block it, it's in red.
So they working for the propagandists too?
But like them getting words than the fourth estate. We had to call them the 4.5 estate.
Wow.
We had to call them the 4.5 estate, man. Because Tommy, you know, the 4th estate is something big now in Trinidad, and you have to take credit for that. You is the man brought that to the fore. So you have to take credit for that, man.
Well,
Tommy, boy, things ain't easy to this, boy. But Tommy, the revelation that fella had 3 houses, AGC houses in Trinidad and Tobago.
that's unbelievable.
You see how wicked and vindictive and malicious and nefarious and iniquitous. Yeah? The thing is, hey, Caribbean Soul, not me now. I ain't even gonna chance it with YouTube. Nah, I ain't chancing it. Because the statement was, message to TNT, do PNM awarded agency houses explain anti-criminal? Ralph Gonzalez, is that you? Look at, let me see if I can show up on my phone there. Look, the phone right there, you see it? Look.
Yep.
Just post it. Right? But I could send out now. I could actually send out the video, but not on YouTube.
Not on YouTube.
Not on YouTube. I could put it on WhatsApp. But if I go post it on YouTube and you listen, YouTube ain't easy, you know. You understand?
Well, I'm sure they don't even know the difference. It's somebody prompting them.
Somebody has to be prompting them, Tommy. Somebody's prompting them. And this is the second video that I had totally blocked. It got blocked. And when it get blocked, it got a red circle. And another red thing to tell you that they told you it's bullying. So yeah, we go talk about that tonight, folks. We have plenty of things to talk about tonight. And so what we're going to do, we'll give you the breaking story from Ken Ali, which is the story from Anil Roberts. But the big thing behind it is that we have to understand now, it have a bigger bully on the block, You understand? Because them saying we bullying. But how come we bullying? How come talking the truth now is bullying, Tommy?
We just talking truth to power.
Yeah, how come? Tommy, boy, I think what we have to start to do, boy. This is what, Tommy, I feel this is what we got to start to do, man. This is what we got to start to do.
That the PNM has found itself in, as the gentleman would have said rightly. Dr. Eric Williams, many years ago, said that every single member of the PNM is a propagandist of the PNM. And one of the first things I will do as your new chairman is to ensure that the propagandists of the PNM must be deployed on every nook and every cranny of this country, and we will chase them away on social media, and that the gospel of the PNM must be known to every single citizen of this country.
So Tommy, we have to become propagandists too. No, we can't continue to do with this, Tommy. I'm just asking.
You're tuned to WZYE, the heartbeat of unfiltered truth. We're more than a station, we're a movement, grounded in facts, driven by integrity, committed to progress. We don't chase headlines, we create them. Decoding politics and current affairs to question power, not cozy up to it. From Laventille to Scarborough, whether you're in your living room or your commute, this is where perspectives collide, divides dissolve, and tomorrow's conversations start today. WZYE, we originate, not imitate.
So Tommy, I am getting the feeling now that we can't play that no longer. We gotta start to imitate now.
It looks that way.
We gotta start to imitate, because if we imitate, nothing gonna happen to we. Yeah, we gotta imitate, man. We can't when we try to originate, all kind of thing happening. When anyway, we go to the chat. Well,
Jasmine first.
yeah. Susan, you was 9 minutes away from a hat trick. See your people on your camera. We was 9 minutes away from a hat trick. 9 minutes, Susan, 9 minutes. And that would be the first time in a long time. You understand? First time in a long time. I feel for you. I really feel for you. I feel for you. I feel for you, Susan. But don't give up hope, Susan. You get close, and close is better than nothing else. You know? And you did better than me. You got silver, I got a bronze medal in the 400. So you did better than me. COP, welcome.
The two goals overcompensated though.
COP, how you going? Good night.
Good evening. I cool and quiet. Uncle Tommy, good afternoon to you.
Good evening, my good friend.
Well, if you can't originate and you're the imitator, you could have put first. If we only had we can't originator and we only had an imitator, which will interfere with you. You could have put Susan first, unless she hit the hat trick.
I can imitate a little something unless Susan come first. Yeah.
That's a thought.
Yeah, you could have it, man.
Susan, you hear that, girl?
Yeah.
Susan, you have a supporter, boy.
Good night to you, Susan. Good night to all the listeners.
Yeah. You'll be pushing for Susan, boy. Susan. Who sing that song?
Yeah.
Pablo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Susan. Yeah.
No, don't follow Susan and smoke. Girl, last Wednesday you had to work.
Susan Junk and falling down. Susan roaming all the time. Susan roaming in the square. That's the wrong song you singing. Susan roaming in the square. Susan Junk everywhere. Susan
Junk. Susan, how that's you, girl?
Susan is a family woman. We will bring.
Leave Susie alone, Susan. Oh God.
I thought it was Rebecca. I thought he was telling Rebecca.
Not Susan.
I thought Super Blue was telling Rebecca, don't follow Susan and smoke. Girl, last Wednesday you had to work.
Well,
That next one.
That next one?
That's Rebecca.
Yeah. Susan go know better. Susan waiting for the program tonight. Hey, look, Volsang come third, boy. Volsang, you're inching up, partner. You're inching up. You're getting close, boy. You're getting close. You're not in participation medal mode no more. You're out of there now. You're coming up, man. Third, man. Yeah, man. Keep striving, man. Walls, Uncle Tommy and COP and evening to you all.
He inside.
The inside.
He can say he come first already.
Yeah, he come first once or twice before. Like once or twice. Walls, Uncle Tommy, COP, good evening. Yeah. Old song say, Susan, if they choose this page, you made the hat trick. Gail is first on the other page. 2 pages again. You making up your own page, partner. There's only 1 page here. Susan said, good night, Wall Street, Uncle Tommy, COP, and everyone. Let me see what kind of fella sending me something here. Hold on. What is that there? It had two thing opening? No. We only have one. Oh, we got. For me, we have 2 live open. Oh, we got 2 live open. Let me see.
No, only 1 live. I opened the I started it. I went live once.
Yeah, but
it had 2 live open.
It had 2 live open. With the other live, you know what that one is?
I see 2 of you, 2 of screen.
You seen 2 of me? Huh?
You have watched it?
You seen 2 of me?
I seen 2 of you, 2 of Uncle Tommy, and 2 of me. it have a little a next TV at the side where how I sit down over here on the left hand side. It have a next little TV on that side with you and Uncle Tommy on top and I underneath. The same picture we watching in front here is the same picture it have on the side here. Oh. It's too light.
I know how that will be.
Since yesterday I seen that.
It had 2. Okay, I had to fix that. I don't know what that is.
Since yesterday I seen that.
Oh, all right. So, folks, we go on the live. You say we good, but we have 2 live up. One has less views. Well, sorry, you gotta fix that. I know how that happening, but I know. All right.
Yeah, last night too when I was watching that, when we had 390 something on this live, the next live had 31.
Yeah. You are welcome.
And Mr. Wall Street. Mr. Wall Street.
Good evening, Beulah.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Just short and sweet. I want to elaborate a little bit on that St. Vincent Prime Minister and how Anna Roberts bust some file on him, man. He family could own 3 house, HC house here in Trinidad and Tobago. I mean that is what is the word to use for that? You have to give a lot of answers. How that came about, who he was dealing with, and so forth. I want to hear more on that, because people see in trouble here to get an HDC house, and he could get 3 for his family.
Yeah.
That is not. That is good, boy. Yeah. And that is it for now. Well, I just don't know that. I just don't know what Rowley did to this country now. Rowley sold out this country to the outside world rather than to his own people in Trinidad and Tobago.
Correct. Correct.
I don't know. And Rowley think that what he did for Trinidad and Tobago, he think he did good for the people of Trinidad and Tobago. That man neglected the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago and all he big up his family, friends, and financiers, and the outside, the whole of CARICOM. That is why they're standing up at him and they're going against Kamala.
Yep. But they get exposed. They get exposed. They get exposed.
Yeah, they get exposed, and Anna Roberts, I believe that so,
Yeah.
And Anna Roberts showing that we have all the proof, the evidence. And I just hear you say, Mr. Wall Street, that they pull it down from your page.
Yeah, YouTube. Ken Ali did an expose on it too, and they take it down. They say it's bullying. They remove it.
Oh God.
Remove it. They just remove it like before the program started. They say it's bullying.
Yeah, because I know I was watching it when you had it up. I just started watching it, then they pull it down. Somebody behind the scenes doing all that evil and wickedness, But I like how you display the propaganda, the PNM every day, play every day like a song in the head, man.
Every day.
Every day, yes. Okay, so I'm listening on, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Every day we play that. All right, let me take this next
Every
call.
day.
Yeah. Southwestern, welcome. Southwestern, listen to your phone, not the computer or the TV.
I was looking at Uncle Tommy and Professor Wall Street and COP.
Welcome.
Good evening.
Uncle Tommy, I have talked to you after Miss Beulah because the CCOP and Professor, them was not wrong when Patrick Manning was living and was Prime Minister in Trinidad and Tobago. $25 million US. I want to know if he paid back and all too. And Liat, I want to know how much money Ralph Gonzalez used to keep running by Patrick Manning for, to keep borrowing, to keep Liat going. And how much money all that they gotta come up and ask that question to be answered and all too. So YouTube can take out everything, but I wanted to take out the PNM from the politics and the landscape at Trinidad and Tobago. Because if YouTube could do that, that'd be good. There is a good app. Because here what's going on. You see, when you ask questions like that, the answers is be slow in coming. Because you see now where the average Joe was sidelined for low income housing, and that one was building $1 million, $2 billion condominium for NHC for who? NHC, eh? In AGC, you see who they was building it for? The kind of people to get. And just imagine, they leave the supporters hanging. And in San Fernando, the bill has set an expensive one. And who they get? Eh? Not the PNM supporters who is be running through rally. So that is one good thing for them to know. And for the local election in Tobago, that is things for them to understand and make the choice to make sure that PNM is no longer not the one seat in Tobago. And the local election coming up in Trinidad and Tobago, I have more to talk about it, but I'll call back. That's a good night.
Thank you.
Good night.
Thank you. COP, so did you hear that we get
That's sad, Professor Wall Street. That real sad, eh?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Forward one of the video.
Huh? Go ahead.
Wall Street?
Say that again.
I hear you had us pull off video.
Yeah,
I say I hear you had us to take down a video.
Right. So what happened is that Ken Ali
was talking about it just now.
Right. Ken Ali did an editorial, right? And I took the editorial and I took all the forms which we're gonna go over, and I did I did a video with it. And I posted it on YouTube just before we came on the program. And less than 30 seconds after I posted, YouTube took it down. Right? And saying it was bullying. And you remember that other young lady who was she was a PNM, and I forget she name, man. She used to work on 91.92. Not the CPAP woman. The other young lady. She had about 3 or 4 different names. Lady? Yeah, the red lady, 3 or 4 different names. Not the one on the morning program, not the one on the titles of the democracy. Huh? Not SF. Huh?
She used to work on 91.9.
All right, let me take this call. Hold on. Let me take this call. Yeah, 91.9. Hold on. Yeah, KFC, welcome.
Good night, Professor Washington, Uncle Tommy, and Comrade COP. What's going on?
Everything quiet, man. How are you going?
Are they taking in the program? I feel like I have name, Naka?
No, not Naka. The next one.
Rhoda Barrett?
A young lady to work at 91.9?
No, not Rhoda Barrett. No, Rhoda. Yeah. I'm looking for.
No Queen?
I'm looking. All right, listen to it here. What is she name?
I feel mash up, you know. Junior?
No, Christy Horwood.
Precious.
Mr. Washington.
No, not Precious.
And Uncle Tom.
Go ahead.
Mr. Washington, Uncle Tommy and COP.
Yeah.
I want to say congratulations to the Bitam crew there with the accident happened sometime yesterday or today with the police officer and the Maximan were flying in the journey. But the crew are still there, watching to save them for them are serious fellas there. And the young man who was the speaker there, he's a hard-working man, he works in agency and the colonel fell their jobs coming along for the Christmas day. Because when the PNM was there, like people in the community they can clean the drains and do the little work in the community. They send us out soldiers to do the work. So right now
whole is first crowd and the country down there. It real bush and the treat and them like clean up and things. I know the government could look into that.
Alive and air right now, no?
Yeah, man.
And the Senator man community, it could be charged and
call me, tell me, you call you.
Right now, the place I live at now.
All right.
So I got that.
Yeah, send me the link for you.
Yeah. I think the young lady name was Kim. Kim. She name starts with Kim. You remember she COP Kim? You know some Calypsonian that sing you want a man for Kim.
Kim.
What she said be an Google program and an afternoon program.
Some program.
Yes, but there's to be an there's a. I think that was with Google program. She's to be on Google program.
Oh, right. I wonder if that is a man to sing a song. You want a man for Kim? You remember some Calypsonian sing that song? Oh God. Yeah, KFC. Yeah.
Oh God, the double entendre. The double entendre.
Oh, Kim Cole.
Oh,
all right. Oh, okay.
Making a set of TikTok all over and sending the official invoice, but let target your number Prime Minister house.
Oh, okay. That is it. Yeah, man.
That's the young lady talking about.
Yeah, thanks.
Pull out that video.
Yeah,
looking for
yeah. YouTube, a pop-up video with that one too. They pull that one down too. They say it's bullying. So if we pop this song, they're looking for who sing that song, COP? Tommy?
Which one?
Looking for a man for Kim. Yeah, but
Fuck him. Fuck him.
You looking for a man for Kim. Fuck him.
That was that Shorty boy?
No, you talking about Elixir?
I know that was too hypothetical for me.
Elixir was Baron.
That was Baron?
Yeah.
The Shorty sing that one? Looking for a man for Kim?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. No, that was the only Chinese man. He was looking for a man for his Chinese daughter named Kim. Anyway, let me see what that.
I think in Shorty did sing that.
Anyway, Mr. Intellectual says, blessed evening, pro and petit, and all villagers. Hope you all are tremendously blessed and transformative today. Tuesday filled with all of God riches blessing. Boy, you know, boy, today cold and windy, boy. Good.
Weather change.
Cold, you know. I went out there today, I could only run 3 miles in 10 minutes per mile. No joke, you know. Cold.
That time of year.
Yeah, Daryl Ali, welcome.
We had a nice piece of rain inside there today too.
Daryl Ali said, Professor Uncle Tommy, Hanif, Susan, Anna, Caribbean, Anthony, COP, CV, Monica, Donna, Raj. Yeah, you get all of them there.
And the people.
Daryl. Yeah, Bennett says, good evening, Professor Warshik, Uncle Tommy says, COP, and all in the village. Good afternoon to you. Clinton Williams says, Professor Warshik, Uncle Tommy, COP, and the village blessing. Zora Karim says, good evening, everyone. Julie Quintero, boy. Julie, where you from? Good evening, everyone. Julie, boy. That sounds like a new one, boy. Julie. Good night, Warshik, Uncle Tommy, and COP. You know, as they say, Julie, in my estimation, I mean, we had this discussion before. Julie mango is one of the sweetest mango.
No question.
Azina Smith says, blessing Professor Warshik, Uncle Tommy, COP, and viewers. Yeah, man. Miss Santa Cruz says, good night to my friends in the village chat. Tara Brandon said, good evening to you. She also said, good evening, Professor Warshik, Uncle Tommy, COP, and everyone in the village. Anthony Ford with an E. Anthony Ford with an E says,
and good evening to all of you too.
Anna, Hanif, Clinton, Vol, Daryl.
Go ahead, Professor Washington.
Anthony Ford says, blessed evening to Professor Warshik, Uncle Tommy, COP. Tommy Mohammed says, good night, Professor Warshik, Uncle Tommy, COP, and all listeners. Look, Capitan. Capitan say good night. Capitan, you out of Hanoi? Where you know, Capitan? You out of Hanoi, Capitan? Tommy Mohammed says, COP, good night. Capitan, where you there? Tommy Mohammed sent a special message for Azina. Azina Smith, how you doing? Yeah. Whole song say, what kind of obia is this? It have pages again. So right now, people sending their greetings on the other chat walls. Fix that. Yeah, I know if you could fix it now because we already started. I'll go see if we could fix that later. That might be the people on them we have where they show up two things. Those scene panel. I don't know how they are to chat. Ishwa Singh says a blessed evening to all. Anthony Ford without the E says, good night, Wall Street, Tommy, COP, and all in the village. You see we just have we understand them, you know. It have Ford with an E and Ford without an E. 00 Alana says, good night, everyone in the live. Yeah, man. Tommy Mohammed said, Professor Warshik and Uncle Tommy and COP, how are you guys doing? I am doing splendiferous, tremendous, marvelous, and spectacular. Cool Runner said, good night, Wall Street, Tommy, COP. 00 Alana says, good night, Wall Street, Uncle Tommy, and Mr. COP. I just finished the last show in time for today's program, so give thanks. Yeah, man. Daryl Ali says, Jesus, cover, man. Yeah, good song. Even my wife will be singing that song. Anthony Ford said, we stand strong and firm with Kamala and the UNC for the next 30 years and beyond. Yellow is the code. Full 100. Hey, look, Monica, boy. Monica Rampi soon said, good night, Uncle Tommy and Professor Warshik and COP. Blessed evening. I see Caribbean. No, I see Caribbean Soul already. All right. Hey, Wall Street, Tommy and COP, Judy Ali. Yeah. Bennett Thomas says, good evening, Gail.
Good night to you, Judy Ali.
Daryl, Julie Quintero. Julie, where you from? Indian King says, good night. Hit the like button, guys. Yeah, and subscribe. Well, let's subscribe. It's easy when you subscribe, then we not to send out all them WhatsApp notes, you know what I mean? Tara Ramlal says, good night from New York watching. Hey, Tara, welcome. Well, let's say what to Tara. Tara from New York, boy. Tara, what part of New York you from?
Good night to you, Tara.
Yeah, welcome, Tara.
Welcome to the village.
Yeah, welcome to the village. What part of New York you from?
Tell a friend to tell a friend.
Yeah, correct is right. Rajendra, welcome. Pleasant good night, Professor Warshik, Uncle Tommy, and COP. Yeah. Caribbean Soul, good night, WZYE TV and listeners. I see Mr. Florida here. Where you?
But we running a little late.
You'll hear it on tonight's program from COP.
Caribbean Soul, come on now, man.
Yeah, Caribbean Soul, where they partner. Ramdio by you, boy. Pleasant good night to Professor Warshik, Mr. Tommy, COP, and the village. Ramdio, where you going?
Good evening, everybody in the village.
Anthony Ford out the East says, Wall Street, you're looking like 2 gold and 1 bronze. Oh, how does this look, boy? Thank you.
Like you do.
Confident.
Confident?
Confidence.
How that does look?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just watching him around, you go see how it is looking.
Oh, I look and see. Joan Biznat, watching from Connecticut.
Watching him around, you can take a selfie.
Huh? And you go tell me? Ninja Girl, good night, Professor Warshik, Uncle Tom, and everyone in the village. How you gonna name Ninja Girl? Wonder she into karate, boy. So, we go play that video at the top of the hour. After the top of the hour, Daryl Ali said that was a hot video, and I'm so glad. But I go read the editorial for you all from Ken Ali. Dane Khan, welcome. Good evening, Professor Warshik, Uncle Tommy, and all villagers. Welcome to you. You know how long I see we partner WZYE?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I see busy in a while. Busy where you there, boy, from Fishing Pond, Sandy Grande, right?
Fishing Pond.
Sandy Grande. You see, I remember them thing?
Yep.
Ramdio Baijo says, good night to each and everyone on the live. COP blessings all. I know. COP. Peruvian so say Monica, I called Kamala and had a talk last night and she begged me. But she begged you for what? Yeah, Dane Khan. Always remember to smash the like button. Don't forget that. And subscribe. Hey, Anthony, without the E, how the hell YouTube can block facts? They can block whatever they want to know. Yeah, if they feel that, they say it's bullying. Batman, welcome. Ernesto Cook from St. Vincent. Now, what's bad talking TNT? I wonder if you go bust Mark and Ralph and the HDC house. Then he posted like YouTube is paying him. Yeah, he's paying him, sending all them thing and them.
You play that video yet, Tante?
No, I ain't played yet. Oh, you know something?
I watch it.
No, I ain't played that video yet. Hey, I'm supposed to have Karen coming on at 8. Hold on. Let me send you this link here real quick. 6:51. Let me send her the link. Because I promise she want to come and talk good about the what she think the Prime Minister is doing.
The initiative.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell she moment. Let me see. Okay, hold on, Let me see. I go to Tommy, COP, Tommy. Here we go. Let me send this far. Karen. Here we go. So she's gonna come in at 8. There we go. All right, send that. Yeah, man. So much thing that be going on. I totally forget that, right? Tommy Mohammed said, if Flex is biased, why is GR going on his network? Who is that? Who is Flex? I know that. Tommy, what are you talking about there? George Ramdeen says, good night to all in the live chat, inclusive of the host, Professor Warshik, Uncle Tommy, and COP.
Good night.
Or should it could be the title you put on the video? I ain't taking no chance to go and try to post that again, to repost it. We go read it. Well, Walsh, write it and we will read it. No, I go read it. Easy. Monty Steele, welcome. Good night to everyone there and the chat WZYE TV Pro. Good night to you, Monty. Monty, you been good? Where you been, man? George Ramdeen, welcome. Anthony Ford, it's 3 HGC houses. Yeah, we know it's 3. 3 HGC houses. I don't know. I don't think we have any audio problem now. Nita Ramlal. Good night, everyone. Nita, where you joining us from? I think Nita sound like she knew, boy. We want, yeah, you're right. We want them houses back, boy.
Yeah, send a voice note. Nita.
Yeah. But you know, we ain't supposed to get them houses back. Huh?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was unconstitutional. The laws. When the video played, then we go talk on that. When the video played. But all the new Texas and them are seeing over there. The new Texas and them. Only send a voice note. Say good night. Because I've seen a lot of new chatters and them. Only be part of the program, not just by messaging, but I'm sending a voice note. We say, hey, say good night.
Yeah, let's send a voice note.
But I could talk more about that HGC houses and then when the video show. But that was
Go ahead. Oh, go on. All right, let me send this link here.
Yeah.
It's really sad to see what was happening in the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. Really, really, really sad. And the same people and them that create that havoc and that misconduct in public office and belittle the citizens of this country. Today, I even see YouTube defending them.
Yeah, boy.
One of these days I'll talk about HEC.
But I like way of information coming out.
One of these good days I'll talk about HEC and their house and
those information and Professor Wall Street that coming out there. People should be held accountable according to the laws of HEC. Take the call. You have a call on the line there?
Yeah, let me take this call.
Because we have about 4 minutes again to the top of the hour.
Yeah.
Hello, good day, Mr. Washington, COP and Uncle Tommy.
Yeah, man.
COP and Mr. Washington.
Yeah.
My training coming on boy and a boat.
I don't know.
Friend for years. He's still renting in Bantan. He got agency house.
Yeah, well.
And the PNM Prime Minister for the country, his son, his daughter, his wife, get house.
You take it easy.
And he can also get in Victoria Keys and all kind of thing.
Nice place, boy.
But still get absolute Anna Roberts. Anna Roberts doesn't talk by guess what Anna Roberts come out and talk no dog back. Anna Roberts was a friend politician, the friend Anna Roberts. Anna Roberts was talking out of parliament, in parliament. So we investigating, we want back them house. That way people can't get the house. You still get any houses than them?
Yeah, correct.
For the last 9 years, people having the money, the parents working at $2,000, $3,000. The subsidy the house, and people can pay them rent to the government. So they treat them poor people so. Rob Gonzalez, go back to your house, boy. Blessed.
Yeah, we go back to your house. Folks, we're going to take that break. And when we come back, we're going to have Karen Nunes-Shishera talking to us about the deal with Venezuela and how open it. Anthony Ford say Wall Street, when they're saying all sorts of ill things about being an elected sitting PM, that's not bullying, total biasness. Correct is right, you know. They say all kind of thing about the prime minister, but that's not bullying. You understand? But when we put up a video, all of a sudden it's bullying. Maureen says, let's get to the big stories. Maureen, where is that one? Folks, let's take that break. So when we come back, we're going to have Karen Nunes-Shishera with us. Let's take the break, okay? It's In the Village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Wall Street, and you. We'll be right back. Don't go nowhere.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio, WZYE 95.9 FM.
Welcome to WZYE TV 95.9 FM. We come to you every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. And on Sunday from 1 to 4 p.m. on Let's Talk Politics. Like, share and subscribe to keep up to date with reality affecting your life. And as we always say, we bring the truth, the whole truth and nothing but the truth.
You're tuned to WZYE, the heartbeat of unfiltered truth. We're more than a station, we're a movement, grounded in facts, driven by integrity, committed to progress. We don't chase headlines, we create them. Decoding politics and current affairs to question power, not cozy up to it. From Laventille to Scarborough, whether you're in your living room or your commute, this is where perspectives collide, divides dissolve, and tomorrow's conversations start today. WZYE. We originate, not imitate.
Fire! 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 Fire!
We are back with you. It's In the Village with Uncle Tommy, COP, Professor Wall Street, and you on WZYE 95.9 FM. We come to you every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. That's every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. Don't forget, folks, as you join us, share the live, do your WZYE civic duty, share the live, WZYE 95.9 FM on Facebook. Subscribe, WZYE TV and YouTube. And you can reach us here at 973-868-1444. That's 973-868-1444.
Also 973-609-6509. That's 973-609-6509. Don't forget, please share the live as soon as you get in. And we thank you.
And let me say thank you to Gopal Sukram. Sent me a message. The lady name is Kim Cole. Thank you very much, Gopal. Karen, put on your camera. Your camera is off. If you're hearing us, you have to put on your camera. Better you're being rude. Put on your camera. Let me tell you, put on our camera. Put on your camera. Put on your camera. There we go. So as soon as you put on her camera, we'll be able to get her in. Yeah, so I want to start that. Don't raise a good question here, you know. Dawn Lopes, welcome. Just now, Venezuelans go start to get HGC houses. I think they already start.
We already getting HGC houses.
Yeah, I already think they already getting
HGC. It have Spanish have HGC houses in Tobago. Yeah.
Yeah.
One thing with the PNM. The PNM take care of them.
Yeah.
Them take care of them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We have laws in this country, Professor Wall Street, in HGC laws, is if you earning over $25,000, you can apply for HGC house, you know? And yet still them get HGC house. Rav Gonzal, wife, son, daughter. How them get HGC house in Trinidad and Tobago? You see why he attacking our Prime Minister? He should be ashamed of himself. Just now he go to America too, because of that obese problem.
Mm-hmm.
Because of that obese problem. It's sad to hear how them just come across. We have laws in this country, them have laws. Them have laws in their country. How they will break our laws? Why would they try to break our laws in this country? And the PNM hushing up that, and the PNM is the one that encouraged that, you know? The most them could do is to ask for the opportunity. And the PNM is the one that break the law. Because them could ask, you know? But the authorities in Trinidad and Tobago is the one that break the laws and allow them to get a HGC house. Them should be held accountable. They should be held accountable, Professor Wall Street and Uncle Tommy.
Yeah.
And viewers of WAS TV. Why Keith Rowley and them allow that? And them play so transparent. Them say they was working 4,700 house, all they build in 10 years' time. How much are the citizens of this country get? Because when all you leave, 4,000 house was not completed.
All right.
All just so for Venezuelans and Rap Gonzal family.
Yeah. So let me bring in no stranger to WZYE 95.9 FM. And of course, we consider her a friend of WZYE 95.9 FM, Mrs. Karen Nunes Teixeira. Karen, how are you doing?
Well, you know, we always keep in touch, and we had a little conversation today, and you invited me on, and I said absolutely yes, because as you say, we've never met in person, surprisingly, but we seem to have a very, you know, good relationship. I could tell you what I want, and I must say you take it in good. You do not take offense. That's what I tell you. And I say some pretty harsh things to you, I must say.
Good evening, Karen.
Hi, good night.
But Karen, I think we wanted to specifically talk because we was talking today, and you felt that some things that the Prime Minister stated with respect to Venezuela was let me let you say rather than I say what you have. Let me let you say.
All right. So I think maybe a week or more than that, the Prime Minister went on record to say words to the effect that we do not need dragon field gas, and we never did. Or maybe she said we don't need Venezuela gas, and we never did. So I thought that was a very bold statement for the Prime Minister to have made, and it caused me now to say, well, if she said something as as boldly as that and as confidently as that, let me look at it. And I'm always data driven. So I did do a little bit of homework, and it was surprising that she's right. When I say surprising, it's surprising because I think we all felt certainly that without dragon field gas, we were definitely in real difficulties, and that was what was always seemed to me to be presented to the national community. So let me start with how I came to that determination. In September 2022, the then Prime Minister, Keith Rowley, said that we need 4 billion cubic feet of gas per day in order to feed the upstream, which is LNG, and the downstream, which is Point Lisas Industrial Estate. And that was what we were operating on when things were good. I mean, you could go to 4 billion is where was the point at which he indicated. He said that that was in September 2022 in an article in the newspaper, that he said that we had 2.9 billion cubic feet per day. Ministry of Energy corrected that subsequently, because in the article, that was really 2.3 billion cubic feet of gas per day. So then I looked to see what was on the horizon. We all know that Mento and SIP came on stream earlier this year. I think SIP came on first as projected, adding about 250 million to 350 million cubic feet of gas. With Mento, which came on stream at the end of April, which is a BP, TT, and EOG Resources Trinidad Limited, a joint venture with both of them. And that gas field is supposed to be one of 10 global gas fields of the BP International, I should say, for the 2025-2027 period, having at least 1 trillion cubic feet of gas, according to BP. That they have not released the exact amount, but EOG gave an indication in their filings that it would be about 250 to 350. So let's go on this conservative side and say between SIP and Mento, you're adding about 550 million cubic feet per day. Then we go now to Ginger. Ginger is coming on stream in 2027. That's around the corner. We're nearly in 2026. And we know 2027 has 12 months, so we don't know exactly what month that is. But what we do know is they project, and we can rely on these international players. Ginger is also called to be one of 10 global gas fields worldwide for BP, and it's projected to bring 373 million cubic feet of gas per day. If you add that 500 with 300, you nearly reach a billion, right? Then we have Manatee. Now we know that Manatee was part of a joint arrangement it's a cross-border field between Venezuela and Trinidad. The Lauren has the far larger amount of gas, I think 7-point-something trillion cubic feet. But on the Manatee, which is in our waters, we have about 2.7 trillion cubic feet of gas. So they had a unitization arrangement. They had to bring that to an end, I think, in 29. We had to bring it to an end because of OFAC, which is the Office of Fixed Assets Control, which is the sanctions that the United States imposes on Venezuela, which effectively imposes on us. So they had to separate that arrangement. So Manatee is being developed by Shell. They made the final investment decision with that because, of course, it's straddling two gas fields, one in Venezuela and one in Trinidad. They made that quite a while ago. And you know how much gas they're adding up per day? 600 million cubic feet of gas per day. So if you add the 373 and the 600, you really reach 1 billion. And if you add the Mento, now let me pull back a little bit, which I should have said. when the Minister Tanku read the budget, and in October, he said that the gas that we had at that point was 2.6 billion cubic feet. And he must have been speaking at that point in time about Mento and SIP, which would have been added in April, end of April, and definitely end of May. So when he said 2.6 billion, he would have added the SIP and the Mento. So we can't include that. So if it is 2.6 we have reached, to get to the 4 billion mark, we need 1.4. And I've already said that Ginger is 373 million cubic feet. Manatee is 600 million cubic feet per day. And then we have Manikin, the Coquina Manikin, a similar cross-border field, which is a BP gas field. And they had to do the same thing because of the sanctions that the United States imposed on those developments. But you're adding at least 250 to 300 million cubic feet. We have already passed the 1 billion mark. And I haven't spoken about the Perenco and Touchstone. They don't add, of course, they are small players, but they still add up. So clearly, as we speak now, we are well able to, by 2027, which is just around the corner, we will have enough gas in our waters that we are not going to be subject to any OFAC sanction that the United States will impose on Venezuela. And then, of course, added to that now, we have ExxonMobil. ExxonMobil is a huge gas field. It's an ultra deep water gas field. So it's a lot of, obviously the risk is much higher. It's not just deep water, it's ultra deep water. The size of the gas, the block is almost the size, if I'm not mistaken, smaller than Tobago, but it's sizable. And we have ExxonMobil. Now we have to watch ExxonMobil. I'm making no apologies. I would look before I came on the show to see where they had reached with that. So yes, it's very good news, especially as we know what is happening in Guyana. And that's exactly the problem. What is happening in Guyana? We cannot allow ExxonMobil to come here and do what they did to Guyana, because what they did to Guyana is shameful and it's shameless. I just have to put that on the table. So before I go on to ExxonMobil, so before I go into more detail on that, all I will say is clearly from what I'm saying to you, we've cost what we need. So why is Dragonfield being sold to us as being so critical, or seemed to be sold to us as being so critical to our needs for the natural gas shortage? And that is what made me say, I really never looked at it, because I guess I was convinced that really was so necessary for us. So when I looked, it has a phase 1 and a phase 2. I didn't get the dates for either phase. The attractiveness of the Dragonfield is that it's 10.5 miles off from Venezuela to the Hibiscus platform, which is Shell. And Shell has an arrangement where they have, I think they are 80% equity holding and NGC 20%. So it's attractive. It's right there, a few miles off the thing, go to the Hibiscus platform, and so it's attractive. And it was supposed to come on stream in 2025. But how much gas did it add? That is the issue. 187 million cubic feet in the first phase, and total 350 million cubic feet. How is that going to make, and how is that sold as if we didn't get Dragonfield? Then we were really in trouble. And that made me think, no, this is my view. And, I'm just looking at data and trying to interpret. So why did the former government make it seem that we had to maintain this relationship with Venezuela? Why is it that we have, according to the Prime Minister, with this extradition, 200 Venezuelans in our prisons? Every time you look at these young ladies, and I don't know if it's human trafficking, I don't know if they went there voluntarily, I can't speak to that, but I do know that every time they do a raid on a spa, every time they do a raid on a bar, every time they do a raid on anywhere, the vast majority of the women are from Venezuela. They do not contribute to our NIS. NIS, they said, was going to go bust by 2033, 2034, because by 2020, right? Because listen, I'm not coming here to play tribal politics, okay? I just I'm telling it as it is, okay? 2020, by 2033, 2034, because by 2020 they said that what we're paying out in NIS was more than what they were receiving. That, by the way, is a global problem. All countries all over the world are struggling. France is a good example of how the pension has created real issues for their debt in France. So having said that, they are not contributing to the NIS. They are going in the our hospitals, having access to CDAP, having access to healthcare that we are paying for. How much charity are you going to do? And UN report, a 2024 report. I didn't look at the 2025 report where they looked on drugs and arms and so on. They said that Trinidad and Tobago has the highest number of Venezuelans based on the size of our population than any other country in the world. Do you know that? I'm not making that up. It's in the report. Now, if you want to argue with the UN, argue with the UN, but that's in the report. So why are we allowing this situation? Why did the former government allow a situation for 487 million cubic feet of gas, which we don't need, and it has so much issues with it? It has issues with America, with OPA, issues with Venezuela. Minister Stuart Young went allegedly 13 times. He went to Venezuela. Why? Why did the Prime Minister dance on the Congo line? Why you have almost a village, from my understanding, in the Caracas and down deep south, of only made up of Venezuelans? And this is a fact that every 2 weeks, you read in the papers they're involved in some criminal activity. Why are we taking on that burden? I cannot understand it. By the way, my position on that has nothing to do with the Prime Minister's position. You know, my position long ago, which I've articulated at least a year or 2 years, more than that. I said, please go home. Please go home. We cannot afford you. Go Colombia. Listen, you're not a CARICOM country. You don't speak English. And by the way, this thing you're talking about, the friendly relationship, you're tired of your Nacional, Guardia Nacional, holding up our fishermen. My father used to do that as a sport on a weekend. You know, many times, either it was the Guardia Nacional or pirate fish, they stole his Rolex watch. They did all kinds of things. What are you talking about? I used to live deep in Point Fortin, so my father used to go fishing down in the Caracas. So I know about that. What are you, and this whole thing with our porous borders, what have you done? You had Major Daniel come on the Joint Select Committee meeting about 2 years ago, and he said that only 4 of the OPVs were working. He said that the 2 hostile ships that we spent all that money for, both of them were down, and that one of them was deliberately damaged by sabotage, and the officer was going to be court-martialed. I don't know if they corrected it, but that was the case. Is they said that 4 of the 5, when you check your what you call it now, that when you're coming in and they check your they can check your containers. You know what I'm talking about? Of course, the yes.
So when
yeah.
It's the manifesto. Is it the manifesto? Is it the manifesto?
No. The thing that it checks. Only 4 out of them are out of order, and they have a bay.
The scanners.
Yes, 435 scanners don't work in.
Yeah.
And the bays, they have 19 bays. Only 3 officers assigned to it. All borders are porous. Listen, you can understand why Venezuela was so important to us. It's too much headache. Too much headache. What is the benefit to us with all of that headache?
But Karen, let me ask this question though. This information was available. How come the 4th Estate didn't go and do a research, investigative journalism, and do a research with respect to see that the Prime Minister was accurate in her statement regarding Venezuela and the gas field? How come they didn't do that? Why not?
I cannot. I wouldn't want to venture an answer for that. All I will say to you is that when the Prime Minister made that statement, it caused me to say, let's see if that is accurate or not. And when I did, I was really shocked, actually. And what was quite apart from being shocked that we had enough gas in our waters and we have the potential of ExxonMobil, what shocked me too is how much gas was coming from Dragonfield. Why all that headache for Dragonfield? Why put us through CDAP using up our syrup, going in our hospitals, as walking in there as if you have a right to be doing that. You know,
but Karen,
and let me just one more thing.
Well,
and we all know it is no secret that Venezuela is a transshipment point for cocaine. That is everybody knows that. Cocaine, they do not grow the cocaine. Cocaine, they do not grow the cocaine. Peru and Colombia on the specific side, that's where that is the far more, they are the ones that grow the cocaine. But they transship Colombia, according to all the information we've been given, Colombia transships cocaine through Venezuela, and we are a major transshipment point. That is known because we are the closest next to Venezuela, and that is not a secret. So why is it that this former government allowed all these Venezuelans? I could remember reading very early on, the former commissioner of police, Griffith, had said that some leader of Tren de Aragua was killed. They killed him in Point Fortin. I didn't make that up. I read that. So I am asking, why were we held at ransom as if Venezuela, not that we don't want it. We do want it. I mean, more gas, the merrier. But the price is too high.
But so Karen, what I'm hearing you saying is that the bill of goods, damaged goods, that the former government sold us was a bunch of lies.
When you say a bunch of lies, what do you mean by a bunch of lies? I mean that they overstated the importance of
yes,
yes,
absolutely. Because what it is, most people in Trinidad would tell you that, boy, when this dragon field come online, we good to go for a long time.
That is
for a very long time. And many of us believe the lies that we were being sold. And when the prime minister came now and told us the truth, we thought she was lying too. When she came and told us the truth, we thought she was telling us the truth.
Well, I wouldn't go so far though. I wouldn't say that I thought she was telling. I didn't think so.
I'm not saying you. I'm not saying you. But
I didn't know. I didn't know what to believe. I didn't know what to believe at that point. It was a good thing.
People believe that. People believe that she was just selling us now a bill of goods.
It's true. That is true.
And when you now went and get the facts to realize that, wait now, boy, she was talking the truth.
Yes, she was.
Right. And this is, Karen, this is absolutely very, very big for Trinidad and Tobago. This is not PNM or UNC. This is Trinidad and Tobago,
Exactly.
This is our country,
Well, that's why I came on, because, we have our differences. But I said to you, no, and I went on the Ministry of Energy's website, by the way, to confirm it. And if you go right now, as you're speaking to me, go Ministry of Energy, you will see Manatee, and you will see the big players, they don't make joke, the Shell and the BPTTs and so on. If they tell you they're coming on stream then they come on stream. If they say X amount, now, if you go on that right now, you would see that they said Manatee's coming on stream because it's next year, because we're nearly in 2026, and it's 600 million cubic feet of gas per day. Ginger, 370, that's $1 billion already.
Well, Karen, this is a bombshell, Karen.
And Karen.
Yes. Who's asking you that?
This is Tommy.
Tommy, yes.
So our cuckoo wouldn't be cooked again.
Well, no, it's not going to be cooked again in that regard. No, because the reality is that we do have the gas, and as I already said, ExxonMobil, we have to be careful with ExxonMobil, very careful.
But Karen, let me just follow up on that. That cuckoo cook thing was fear-mongering on behalf of the former prime minister. I am saying that. You don't have to say that. That was fear-mongering, because here you have come with the facts, the whole facts, and nothing but the facts. So when that fella talked about the cuckoo was cooked, it was fear-mongering.
Who said the cuckoo was cooked? Who said the cuckoo was cooked? Rowley said that? Who?
The former
Dr.
prime
Rowley?
minister. Yeah.
Yeah, he said if we don't get the dragon.
You mean the former?
Well, whatever former you want to be.
No, it's former.
Former. Yeah. He said the cuckoo was cooked. if we didn't get that dragon gas. But we could not cook.
No.
It not cook. It wasn't even boiling.
But this is what, to be honest with you, Anselm, that is what shocked me, I said, but it made me almost question myself. I knew the ginger gas. I knew that before. But it just, and then you had Lauren, you had you had Sip, you had Mento come on. But I didn't know the Manatee had so much gas. And then, as I said, the Coquina Mannequin, that's a lot of gas. And then, I couldn't understand why the papers have not picked it up in truth.
The former government was lying to us. Plain talk, bad manners. They didn't want us to get the facts, and that is not a government for Trinidad and Tobago.
What I will say is this. I might be putting myself out on a limb. I believe that they did that because I do believe that most of us felt that Dragonfield, we needed that Dragonfield gas. Without that Dragonfield gas, we were in real trouble. So I think that was a clear message they sent. And in order to justify the presence of so many Venezuelans in our country and to say that we had to support them, that was the price we were paying for the gas that we needed. So in order to make us be able to accept the presence of so many Venezuelans in Trinidad and Tobago, he had to sell it to the country that, listen, I know you think it's hard, but we have to do that because we need, without Dragonfield gas, we are in our cuckoo cooked, as you said. So I think, then you have to ask yourself, why would you want that gas? Why would you want that gas when you don't have to have it? And it comes to so many issues feeding into our crime. A transshipment of cocaine is a major root cause of our crime. There's no question. I'm not saying there are not other causes, but definitely if you're looking at the root cause of the crime in this country, it is from the transshipment of cocaine. Where the gangs come from? Gangs do not come together and sing Kumbaya. They come together to plan and so on. And it's usually three things involved with. And there's these, number one is the cocaine. The second is the human trafficking. And the drugs and the guns. But they all go together. They all are interconnected. So I cannot understand why the government under Mr. Dr. Rowley and then Stuart Young were willing to sacrifice Trinidad and put us in harm's way to the extent that they were selling that to the country. It's not
Karen,
right.
Let me tell you why, Karen. Let me tell you why.
Okay.
I'm going to help you. Here's why. They were immoral. They were vile. They were malicious. They were nefarious. They were diabolical. They were heinous. They were devious. They were unscrupulous. They were iniquitous. They were dastardly, conniving, and vindictive.
Listen, you swallowed a whole thesaurus or what? You swallowed a whole? I never said synonym. Why I had to bring out a book for synonym to put down there?
Karen, you taught law school and I didn't.
Don't worry about that. You're a professor, so don't try that.
Karen, I
Yes.
just wanted to give you those to tell you that is what the past government did to the people of Trinidad and Tobago. This is not a thing between UNC and PNM. This is about the people of Trinidad and Tobago. And I feel the government had the right to be more transparent with the people, but they hoisted the biggest lie on the people that since we needed the Dragon gas field, we could have all these Venezuelans coming into Trinidad and taken away from Trinbagonians, right? And making it more difficult.
Not only having them here, but the source of the transshipment of cocaine is from Venezuela. Why didn't, anyway, I think what I wanted to come on your show because I thought it was important to say that. Now, having said that, I just want to pivot a little bit to ExxonMobil, please, because my role is not here. I mean, I think I've said what I had to say. You make sense from nonsense, and you pick and you will understand what I attempted to put on the table. But the ExxonMobil, they have a profit sharing agreement. Now, you have to watch ExxonMobil. ExxonMobil has one of the worst, if not the worst, reputation in the global reputation, well deserved, and I will use the word oxymoron because that is, it's not a compliment to them, in the energy sector. What they did to Guyana is atrocious. What they did, let me just say it, because we need to follow what is going on with this. Now, the profit sharing agreement, I see they signed one, but at this point in time, of course, everything is up in the air because you don't know if they're going to find the gas. So there are a number of things that are not absolutely settled at all. How much gas they will find? They said they need to find at least 1 billion cubic feet per day for it to be viable, but that's just a figure. But let me tell you what they did to Guyana, and we cannot allow that here. What they did to Guyana is that in 2016, they entered into a profit sharing agreement with the Guyanese government. And what they said is that they would give them 2% in royalties. That is nothing. 2% is royalties, a permission a government gives or country gives to allow a foreign entity to extract minerals or whatever from their country. They have 2% on the profit. Then after that, because it was new, yes, so you could understand it was new and uncharted territory, they put up to 75% recovery cost before you calculated the profit. Correct. So when they went to the profit sharing, which was 25%, 12.5 for both each for Exxon and for Guyana, it was nothing. They paid, they gave an example already in Kaita News, they pocketed between up to 2025, 10 billion in unpaid revenue, unpaid taxes, which it should have been paying. And the Guyanese government got 6 billion. They got more, 4 billion more. They had a clause 15, that said that the Guyanese government would pay their corporate tax. Could you imagine? So when America, yes, and it is disgraceful. It is disgraceful. They pay no corporation tax, no a 2% royalty. That is absurd. And a 75% recovery. Now they've negotiated, and Starbucks is the biggest block. So now I don't know where they've reached with that negotiation, but all the new blocks that they are negotiating, Ghana is saying, I think it's I don't want to put the wrong figure for the royalties, maybe 6 or 8%, maybe 6% royalties, a ceiling of 65% for the recovery costs, and they must pay corporation tax. And they no longer will pay their taxes that they owe to the United States. They will not be paying, which they were paying. And this is, and they also had the audit now. They clearly were saying that they were not being above board. There were a number of things they took advantage of them. Now we cannot allow that here. We cannot allow that in Trinidad. So I support ExxonMobil coming in here, but we need to know what the terms and conditions are. When they were in Venezuela, when the oil companies were privatized, you know how much Shell and ExxonMobil was paying in royalties? 1%. You're taking that's not right. So we cannot have that here, So I don't know. I'm happy for us. I'm glad that because it's really a risk you're taking with the ultra deep water. I'm thinking it's much more risk and much more expensive. They say it's going to cost them between 16 to 21 billion US dollars. That's a lot of money. But we need to safeguard our interests in this country.
But Karen, I want to believe that we are a little more astute than Guyana. I want to believe that.
We have more experience.
I think we are a little more astute than Guyana. I don't think Exxon is going to come here and give us a 6 for a 9 and we go just sit down and take it. I don't want to believe that. But you will know better than me because
I don't know better. I just putting out a warning signal. I don't know. It's better to take in front and let them know. Yes, they took advantage of Ghana having no experience in the oil energy sector. We have been in it for over 100 years. We have people from this country go to Africa and different countries in the world offering their expertise. We are known for our expertise in natural gas. We are known for our expertise in oil sector. We have brilliant people. We have people like Anthony Paul, Gregory Maguire. We have people who are, absolutely know the energy sector and the fiscal regime and so on. They're not coming to a country that we are not very much. We are probably have more experience in the energy sector than even ExxonMobil. And also, too, with the recovery costs, they can't claim the kind of recovery costs from Trinidad as they claim for Ghana, because our block is closely aligned to Ghana, so they're not going to have the same level of whatever kind of research that they have to do, and plus we're not going to allow that. I cannot see us allowing that. But I'm just saying they tried to do that in Suriname, and Suriname threw them out because Suriname said that they had to pay 6%, and they would not pay it. So I'm just saying, it's not that I'm saying they're going to do it, but the record speaks different, does not support me saying otherwise. And we are not to allow ExxonMobil to come into Trinidad and Tobago and not give us, they get their fair share, but we have to get our, because it's their knowledge, they're putting all the risk supposedly into that, making that, going into the natural gas. But at the same point in time, we cannot allow at all what happened to Ghana to happen to us. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, but so Karen, I want to say that in my estimation, that, and when we spoke, because I haven't heard anyone so far talk about this thing the way you have spoke about it tonight, and succinct to the people to let them know that, listen, whether you like the prime minister or you don't like the prime minister, that's a different story. Okay? Whether you're for the UNC or you're against the UNC is a different story. I think here we are talking about Trinidad and Tobago. And at the end of the day, when Trinidad and Tobago can benefit from its resources in a rightful way and not being misled to think otherwise, it's best for Trinidad and Tobago.
But you know what I also found too, to be frank with you, it gave more credibility. And I said it on the show that I do on a Wednesday tomorrow, actually. Yeah. I did say that it does give credibility to the Prime Minister's position with regard to her taking a position with regard to the narcotics. That's just my view at this point in time, because really, in fact, I was speaking to someone, and before they didn't know what I just said, and they were about to say to me, well, why she's doing that? Because she needs what she's putting us in jeopardy when you need the Venezuelan gas, what it is she's doing. And then I told the person, I gave them the data. And when I gave them the data, they said, well, I don't know what I can say at this point. And then they actually said to me, well, maybe she's telling the truth. Maybe she really does want to deal with the criminal, the transshipment. And I will give her the benefit of the doubt with that, because I feel strongly about it. I feel strongly about two things she feels strongly about. I feel strongly about the transshipment of cocaine through here, with all the what goes with it, that I think has caused a lot of the gangs and the criminal activity in this country. And I also feel very strongly about it's time for the Venezuelan people to go home. They need to go home, those who are here illegally.
And Karen is interesting on that point, right? So, Peter, do you want to say something?
Yeah, I wanted to know.
Yeah,
Karen, what do you think?
Yeah, Mr. Shara, good night to you.
Good night. Good night. Who's speaking? I don't know who's speaking.
COP. His name is COP.
All right.
Yes, we have a third guest now. Go ahead, COP.
Uncle Tommy.
Yes.
Yeah, good night to you, Mr. Shara. Every time I listen to you on radio on any platform, I learn from it. But is it true that Trinidad and Tobago is one of the main drug transshipment area passing through? And if that is true, we had a government from 1956 to now. Is it factual that our government from 1956 in the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago turn their back on the things that matters? Because if we had transparent and government that working on behalf of the future of this country, today, the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, which would not be one of the main drug transshipment area. What was the government responsibility? Was it for them to ensure that they stop that or allow it? Because somebody allow that to pass through Trinidad over here, through reports, and go all over the world.
Okay.
What I am saying is that we had a government from 1956 to to now. Go ahead, ma'am.
You want me to go ahead? Okay. Well, you know,
and nobody never do anything about it.
Well, okay.
And I given this UNC government 10 out of 10 for putting a stop at that.
Okay, so now you have to understand, I'm not wearing any hat. Okay, so when I speak, I am not going to be seeing it through the lens that you're seeing it through. I'm going to try my best to be objective. So one of the things that we do know that when the first thing I want to say is when we had the global financial crisis in 2008, they said that the banks, what bailed out the banks and what saved a lot of the economy was cash, and the cash came from the informal economy, which is the drug trade. Unfortunately, I don't support it at all. You heard what I said. I've spoken out about this so many times. I feel so strongly about it, but I'm also not going to close my eyes to what is our reality. So that's number one. That's why you had Miami Vice. You know, Miami built up, when Miami in the 1980s built up like how they built up, it was drug money that has all those skyscrapers, that has the wealth of Miami right now. The Miami is one of the top cities, whether you like it, whether I like it, whether we like it. It is drug money that built Miami Vice. Remember that show on television, if you may remember it? Yeah. That was what it was built on, drug money. So that's the first thing I want to say. The second thing I want to say is that you have made a very broad...
The future of Miami benefit from it.
Yes, exactly. So unfortunately...
I say the future of Miami, the young people, them benefited from that. They get a developed country off of that.
Well, I mean the city of Miami, but what I'm saying is, you know, that is the attraction, that's the allure of the job. People can justify what they're doing in so many different ways. So that's the first thing I will say. The second thing, you brought up very broad brush starting in 1956 to now. You have to remember, if you're going to say what you're saying, I assume you understand there were different administrations. There was, most of the time, it was a PNM administration, but in between, we had Mr. Pandey, and then we had the COP version between 2010 and 2015, right? So that's 10 years in all. So if you want to say nothing was done, you cannot say that without being objective enough to say, well, what did they do? And if you could tell me what they did, well, then okay, but I'm not aware that they did anything. Now, having said that, so everybody has to take responsibility, because what the Prime Minister is doing now is in less than a year, she's taken very serious positions in dealing with the drug interdiction, which was not taken before. So that's part of the issue. The third thing, now I will say that I may sound, and I will understand, if you think that I am being defensive and I'm taking a position because it would have reflected on me. But I'm just going to say it for what it's worth, and you don't have to accept it, and I understand that. When I came into office in 2007, the end of 2007, this is my view. This is my view, and I don't think it is incorrect, but it's just my view. It's something different from when you work closely with someone. I believe that when Patrick Manning became Prime Minister for that period, even starting before, he wanted to, this thing about going to the church, I think he would want to go to open up a church, but that's a whole different story. But I think he saw himself as wanting to leave politics and exit politics as a statesman, of doing what he could for Trinidad and Tobago. Because I don't think anybody has ever said he's stolen any money. You might criticize him for other things, but I don't think anybody said he was corrupt in that sense of stealing money or self-interest. And the Prime Minister that I knew at that time was one that was committed very quietly, because you have people sitting in that same cabinet. As you say something, they're going outside and telling whoever they have to tell. Understand that. He fighting his own ministers, you know. You have to understand that. You have to understand there were ministers in there who were working for people who were not in our interest. Understand that. So when my experience with him was, these are the things he did. He didn't speak too much to me in detail about any of these things, because Martin Joseph was the one carrying the weight of national security. But in my case, I had to deal with the Financial Intelligence Unit. I got that legislation proclaimed, but it was not only that. Contrary to what people may think, Mr. Manning hardly gave me instructions, I know people would think, but he hardly did. And one thing I did, I remember the deputy permanent secretary, I won't call his name, but I was so committed to the FIU operating that I said to them that they brought in a team from the Washington, and they had done work in Latin America and set up the equivalent of an FIU there that was extremely successful. And we had asked them to help us to recruit someone to head up the FIU because that was important. I didn't want anybody from Trinidad. I didn't want anybody from the Caribbean. I wanted someone with a proven track record who did not have any relationship with us. And the extent to which Mr. Manning trusted me, there was a particular person who shall remain nameless that I believe wanted it. And I didn't think it was a good fit. I know it was not right. And I told him, I said, you see, that particular person, I know he's eyeing it, and I think it's all the wrong reasons. And he took he agreed with me. That's one. The Revenue Authority that the Prime Minister has shut down. Who are the beneficiaries of that? You know who are the beneficiaries? The high income earners and the business community, because those are the ones who are evading taxes. It's not the little man or the public servant that working for $8,000-9,000. What money is that? They're not working for no money. It's all of those people sitting down in the chambers of commerce in this country, all the business community. They are the ones. They are the ones. And all the legislation and all that he has done, Minister Tanku, which I agree with him with the fines and investigative powers. They have the previous majority, so they could do maybe hard decisions. It matters not if you do not have the proper institutional framework. If you are operating within the public service, that's why you were taking them out of the public service. Ghana has a revenue authority. Barbados has a revenue. They must have a reason. And the reason is that when you are dealing with public servants who are 90% of our revenue comes from Customs and Board of Inland Revenue. They did this, I can't remember his name now, but he was at one time president of the Chamber of Commerce. And he did this revenue authority, by the way, preceded me. I came on the heels of Enel, Conrad Enel, so it wasn't my baby to begin with. But I'm just telling you that a major issue was the corruption. The corruption inside there. And once you working in the public service, seniority versus meritocracy. You cannot put in any. Go ahead.
So listen. What I am saying is that under the People's National Movement, you saying something, Wall Street? Yeah. The PNM run for 35 years straight under Eric Williams, and I believe that God them had the responsibility to encourage fair play, accountable, be transparent, and govern the country. To make Trinidad and Tobago, to see today, after 35 years straight of governance, and see Trinidad and Tobago today is one of the most drug transshipment area. I am saying it was the government responsibility to stop that and ensure that we don't allow those things in this country. I am saying that they keep a blind eye towards those things and allow it to escalate it today in 2025. We have a problem with that.
Okay. I don't feel we'll get anywhere with it. You know why? You know why we won't get anywhere with it?
A.N.R. Robinson and Kamala Prasad and them spend.
Go ahead.
So listen to this one. Yeah, I think
we'll get far with that because one of the problems I always have, and that's why I'm not in the PNM. They don't want me because I talk straight and they do things good, but they do things bad, and I'm going to see it. And the PUNC wouldn't want me because they do things good and they do things bad, and I'm going to see it, right? Because you know what my loyalty is to Trinidad and Tobago, and you cannot cherry pick. You are cherry picking. You know that is not right. You know, if you were speaking to an independent, objective person who was neither from Trinidad nor in any party, they would see that something is wrong with what you are saying when you are not prepared to say that the UNC and the COP had an opportunity to bring about change, that we didn't have to reach to where we have reached today. and you're not willing to say that. So I don't see that me telling you about the TTRA, which is what Mr. Manu was bringing, which was going to help with the drugs and the corruption. It was going to allow us to have a personal, everybody would have a PIN, which then would allow the government to be able to trace every business to which you were involved in. He had the FIU, he had the OPVs, he had the poker, he had so many initiatives that he took, and he always said that, listen, keep the cocaine from entering our waters. Why are you waiting for it to come here to give contracts to people to take home the prisoners, give big contract with people to take care, have a whole set of people in the prison system, contracts for everybody who making money off of letting them come. You're leaving your house open, no burglar proofing, no guard dog, no wall, no nothing. We waiting for them to come in here for people to make money off of it. It's not making sense. So all I am saying to you, my experience, and you know what they did to Patrick Manning? Big buildings. They started with that stupid talk about big buildings. You must not have a government give that to Mr. Manning. That government thing, which has 4 ministries housed there, Board of Inland Revenue, Attorney General, that plaza that we have, that is part of our heritage, instead of renting. I give the Prime Minister credit for this. That commercial surgery, I'm glad she's doing that. Yes, I am glad. You see, but I am being objective. I am saying to you, you have to give credit where credit is due. The Mount Hope hospital, you have to give credit. The natural gas LNG is a PNM government. You cannot take that away from Mr. Manning or Eric Williams, no matter how you don't like it. You don't have to like it, but it is true. It is the truth. Now, I am saying I am not part of them because I do think they are corrupt. I do think they were in the service of certain people in this country. And I do think it was not in our interest. I do think that I don't want to have anything to do with the Rowley version of the PNM. I wanted nothing. I was offered, no matter what they would like to say, I was offered it when they were in opposition. Somebody came in right in my house. I've said it. Did I tell you this already, Ansley? How many times I tell you this story? I tell you the story, right? They were in my house and offered me a senatorship in opposition. And I told them, no. I said, I want no part of y'all, because how you're getting your money and how you're funding your campaign, I want no part of it. I have children. I didn't have grandchildren by then, but I had children. And I said, I am not going to do that. Not my parents, what my parents taught me. So understand, you can't be so blind. You cannot say things that suit you and don't suit you. Give credit where credit is due. We would not have a natural gas economy. We would not have a point leases industry if it was not for that same PNM.
But Karen, let me just say this, and I don't want to keep you because it's almost.
Yes, I have to go because I have a shoot tomorrow.
Right. I don't want to keep you. I want to be so thankful of you that you could come and you could actually give, the facts regarding something that's so significantly important to the economy of Trinidad and Tobago, which is gas. It's very important. And for almost 9.5 years, we were led down a road. We were led down a half-lane highway, not a one-lane highway, a half-lane highway. And it was only one way. And many of us believe.
That's true. Me too. I was one of them.
Many have believed the bill of goods that we were being sold, and that if we don't get the Dragon field, cancel Christmas for Trinidad and Tobago. You understand?
It's true, you're right. You're absolutely right. And that's why I'm going now, because I do have to get up tomorrow. Before you go. The reason I came on was I thought it was not right. The same way I can be objective and I try to be fair. And I did not think it was fair for the Prime Minister, whatever you may feel about what America is doing, whatever you may feel about those things, I those are very controversial matters. But the fact of the matter is that when the Prime Minister said that, the Prime Minister was speaking the truth. She was speaking the truth, which gave the lie, as you're saying, to this idea that we had Dragonfield or bust. And then you have to ask yourself, why was Dragonfield shown to be so important? And so that's why I came on. And I just feel that Mr. COP, if you want, in my respectful opinion, if you want to have credibility, you will just be speaking to you're just creating the divisiveness. You don't need to concentrate on the negatives so much. Until the positives that the Prime Minister did in her first round. She got rid of junior sex. She got rid of every child went to school. She got rid of that whole system. She got rid of corporal punishment. The Prime Minister did good things. So instead, she had the children's hospital that did not. There's only now it's being able to function. So what you can do is all the good things that the Prime Minister did, and all the good things that she is going to do. And that's how we are going to embrace her, because we need a leadership like that. That's why you don't want to say things that are not true now. Oh gosh, that hurted me.
Karen, before you go, quickly, yes. I want to know what's your opinion on the zone of peace.
But Tommy, I hate to do this. I don't want Karen to go down the zone of peace. We could come back next time.
Yeah. You know what it is? Yes, Mister. But I listen. Let me just say this briefly, so it's not too controversial. The Prime Minister, nobody is in her situation. She's been a rock and a hard place, and the Prime Minister will also have information we don't have. No other country is a few miles off of Venezuela. No other country is impacted the extent to which we are impacted by the crime in these islands. No other country is dependent on energy, oil, and natural gas like any of these islands. So it's easier for persons to take the position against her. But she has been, whether I agree with it or not, which I'm not going to go down that road, what I will say is she has been she has not backed down. She's very clear about her position with regard to that. Is that good for CARICOM? Is that good for integration? Is that good? But I would say on a good note, I did note, and I was that the governor of the Central Bank, Hawaii, did say that they were looking positively in his last statement that he published, the CARICOM payment and settlement system, which will reduce having to use the scarce US dollars to settle debt between the CARICOM countries. And that was a good thing. I was glad to see that he said something very positive about that. So it's not that they're leaving CARICOM. The Prime Minister has taken a position. We are not in her position. I feel, so I'm not going to go and say yay only. I can't, I really can't.
Right, but Karen, just before you go, right, and this will be the last. I just think that so far, the Prime Minister have proven to be correct with quite a few things that have been done so far. And we have to be able, because it's only been 6 months, and I am thinking that we have to give them the opportunity, right, in order to do these things, because so far they have been positive results, and it hasn't affected Trinidad and Tobago in a negative way, other than the news trying to spin it. But Karen, it's always a pleasure to have you. I appreciate you taking short notice to come and join us. Any closing words before you go?
No, I think I just wish that we could be more, not be so. It hurts me really in a way to see the kind of divisiveness, because I'm on a chat group, and oh my gosh, the PNM never do anything good. The PNM so corrupt. They don't make no contribution. Oh gosh, we know they did now. Oh God, don't say that, no man. How it helping the country when you do that, man? Criticize them. I'm not in the party. They don't want anything to do with me. Okay? All right. So I am not batting for them. But I'm not going to hate anybody because you love me. All right, I'm gone. So that's my last message. This is my last message.
So Karen, I want to thank you so much. And it's always a pleasure having you. And we'll talk to you again. Okay? Thank you so much.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Karen, and good night.
You well. Bye-bye. Good night.
So, folks, there you have it.
Good night to you, Karen.
Karen is gone. It's a pleasure, but we're going to take that break and we'll be right back, folks. Stick and stay. It's In the Village with Uncle Tommy, COP, Professor Walshit, and you on WZYE 95.9 FM. Don't forget, folks, as soon as you join us, share the live. WZYE 95.9 FM on Facebook. Subscribe. WZYE TV on YouTube. And you can reach us here at 973-868-1444. That's 973-868-1444.
Also at 973-609-6509, 973-609-6509.
Let me say welcome to Kumar Ram Logan.
Tell a friend to be part of the program.
Correct is right. Wendell Seals, Nita Ramlal, Rajendra Maharaj, and Sarah Millington. We'll be right back. Stick and stay. Don't go nowhere.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio, WZYE 95.9 FM.
Welcome to WZYE TV 95.9 FM. We come to you every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. And on Sunday from 1 to 4 p.m. on Let's Talk Politics. Like, share and subscribe to keep up to date with reality affecting your life. And as we always say, we bring the truth, the whole truth and nothing but the truth.
You're tuned to WZYE, the heartbeat of unfiltered truth. We're more than a station, we're a movement, grounded in facts, driven by integrity, committed to progress. We don't chase headlines, we create them. Decoding politics and current affairs to question power, not cozy up to it. From Laventille to Scarborough, whether you're in your living room or your commute, this is where perspectives collide, divides dissolve.
No more red, no more red, no more red, no more red, no left foot, right foot again. No more struggle, no more shame, no more pain. We want to see us win, we want the brights again. No more penny again. Bye bye, penny, bye bye. Bye bye, penny, bye bye. We don't vouch for you. And we are tired of the bloodshed, tired of the taxes, tired of proposals and all the excuses, tired of no water, tired of stretching at the lot, tired of the eyebrows rippling. No left foot, right foot again. No more struggle, no more shame, no more pain. We want to see we win, we want the prize again. No more penny again. Bye bye, me bye bye. Bye bye, bing bye bye. We're tired of the bloodshed, tired of the taxes, of the proposals and all the excuses, tired of no water, tired of stretching at the lot, tired of the eyebrows rippling. No left foot, right foot again. No more struggle, no more shame, no more pain. We want to see we win, we want the prize again. No more penny again. Bye bye, penny, bye bye. Bye bye, penny, bye bye. We don't vouch it for you. No more red, 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 no left foot, right foot again. No more struggle, no more shame, no more pain. We want to see the win, we want the brides again. No more penny again. Bye bye, penny, bye bye. Bye bye, penny, bye bye. We don't vouch for you. Bye bye, penny, bye bye. Bye bye, penny, bye bye. We don't vouch for you.
Laid to rest, laid to rest, laid to rest, laid to rest. It's a ledge, it's a ledge, it's a ledge, it's a ledge. Hey, tell them Kamala say, PNM dead. Petrocan workers from the treasury. Corruption with taxpayers' money, the end is here, security. We and them dead. Hey, tell them Munilal say, we and them dead. Even the 1% say, the party dead, dead, dead. They support us mourning and crying. Funeral arrangements they making, the DMO leaving. We and them dead. Condolences to the Balize. SIEP, no more pale pale. The rising sun is ready to govern Trinidad and Tobago for a brighter tomorrow. One, restart the economy, two, health sector, immediate victory. Abolish crime, put sports on the front line. Oh, every pipe must have water. 5, roads smooth as 6, provide people with work. UNC and making jokes. Tell them drilling say, we and them dead. Social media say, the party dead, dead, dead. The registered party members in pain. Scarborough to put a spin, inside sources say, we and them dead. Tell them Arnold say, we and them dead. Police, army and prison say, the party dead, dead, dead. Election night, flambeau burning steady. The casket was on the hood ready, read the red eulogy. We and them dead, dead, dead. Tell them Kamala say, we and them dead. Some of the members say, the party dead, dead, dead. When the carry come leaders here, what's up? Seems like not one of them was in charge, put them in one big box. We and them dead. Tell them Munilal say, we and them dead. Teachers, doctors and nurses say, the party dead, dead, dead. All the bad investments and fellas make investors not coming for the work. No more ice cream and cake. We and them dead, dead, dead. The red party showed no empathy for 18 babies and pipeline families. They so heartless, citizens in distress. The country in a crisis, SOE and still all this. 1, UNC on a mission 2, to correct the school system. 3, end poverty and clean up TNT. 4, speed up the housing process. 5, lower taxes. 6, revamp we energy, bring back the oil refinery. Tell them Kamala say, we and them dead. Petro train workers say, the party dead, dead, dead. Bubba billions missing from the treasury. Corruption with taxpayers' money, the end is here, security. We and them dead. Hey, tell them Munilal say, we and them dead. Even the 1% say, the party dead, dead, dead. They support us mourning and crying. Funeral arrangements they making, the DMO leaving. We and them dead, dead, dead. Tell them drilling say, we and them dead. Social media say, the party dead, dead, dead. The registered party members in pain. Scarborough to put a spin, inside sources say, we and them dead. Tell them Arnold say, we and them dead. Police, army and prison say, the party dead, dead, dead. Election night, flambeau burning steady. The casket was on the hood ready, read the red eulogy. We and them dead, dead, dead.
Fire! 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 Fire!
We are back with you. It's In the Village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Wall Street, COP and you on WZYE 95.9 FM. We come to you every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. That's every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. Don't forget, folks, whenever you join us, do your WZYE civic duty. Share the live, share the live. WZYE 95.9 FM on Facebook. Subscribe. WZYE TV and YouTube. And you can reach us here at 973-868-1444. That's 973-868-1444.
Also at 973-609-6509, 973-609-6509. And as the professor asked, please share the live as soon as you get in.
So folks, let me read this for you all, because YouTube told me I send you 2 voice notes.
Yes.
You want to play? Yeah,
ready
go
to
ahead.
go.
Yeah, you can play them.
The 9 Wall Street. This is Tobago. That woman missing the point in PNM in power and black people starving. That's the point we trying to make, you see. Don't let you fool you on this and that and that and the other. We're talking about PNM doing things and the black people are not benefiting from what the PNM doing. It's always the 1%. Thank you, Wall Street. Have a blessed night. Good night, Wall Street. Uncle Tom and COP. This is Tobago again. Don't worry about that woman. That woman is a liar. You can see she faces she had P&M, stinking P&M. That's all it is, P&M. What P&M do for people? P&M do a lot of things for the rich people, friends and family, not for the poor people. What they do for poor people? But make poor people more poor. She lying, she had P&M. You can see it on she face. Don't bash them. I mean, don't bash them. Where you go bash? Somebody who doing good, you go bash. That bash them who ain't doing no good for the people.
Well, don't be harsh. Don't be so harsh with the guest. Use better words than stinker. Use better words. Don't bash the guest.
You know, let's that. She told me she's not up here again. I could only believe that.
I believe that.
She was,
I believe
but
that.
she was very hope. Even though I tell she hope was hopeless. she was hope. I tell she, when you go to a party that them like hope, you're looking for trouble, man. Anyway, folks, I want to read this for you. All right? This is the this is what YouTube decided to not allow me to post. All right. Let me forward this to Tommy. Tommy, after I read this, Tommy, you can play the next voice note I send you there. Let me read this for you guys.
Don't worry.
This is from Ken Ali, right? And while we have it up, I want you all to take a look at this. This is, let me give you guys what that is on the screen, all right? You see, all them big words are using body P&M. It's true big words, eh? You know, COP, I don't know if all you know Trinidad Rio. He had a calypso called the big words, man.
Yep.
Yeah. You remember that?
Yeah, Trinidad Rio.
Trinidad Rio, yeah, the big words, man.
But the famous one is no jaws.
Yeah, no jaws at all. Empella's plain and no jaws. Which one is this? Hold on, let me read this for you guys. I want to read the one on the screen. It have a lot of others, but let me read the one on the screen. Okay. The one on the screen is from, let me see this one here. Come on, turn around. I didn't turn in sideways. All right, here we go. The one on the screen is from, all right, here we go. MG, Daily, and Partners. And just so you all know, the partners are, or were, or are, Martin G. Daly, Joanne Julian, Sharon Clark Rowley, Sashi Inder Singh, Christopher Sluchan, and Helen Arrojo. Associates, Cinder S. Alexander, Aisha Donowa, and consultant was Elton A. Prescott SC. All right? So you all see who is one of the partners. You all here, right?
Yep, Sharon.
Yes, let me read it now for you guys. This is dated February 6, 2018. Okay. Trinidad and Tobago Housing Development Corporation, 4446 South Key. Attention, Managing Director. Right, this comes from MG Daly and Partners. Attention, dear sir, deed of lease made between yourselves and Eloise Gonzalez, Victoria Keys, Unit 1D, Tower 2. We refer to the caption matter and enclose herewith the original deed or lease for execution by yourself. Upon execution, please forward same to MG Daly and Partners. We also enclose herewith the original share certificate for execution by your good selves. Yours faithfully, Helen Arrojo, attorney at law. Okay? So that's to give you guys the facts, right? Now let me go to what Ken Ali put up today. And let me read that for you guys. I tell you, when you come here, you get the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, you know. You may not want to believe it, but so here it is, folks. This is an article by Ken Ali on Facebook, which YouTube took down from our page WZYE 95.9 F, WZYE TV. All right. Do PNM awarded HDC houses further explain anti-Kamala statement? Ralph Gonzalez, is that you? Let me repeat that. Do PNM awarded HDC house further explains anti-Kamala statement? Ralph Gonzalez, is that you? You know what they say, boy? What did I say? Cream always rises to the top.
That's right.
They say that, right?
That's when they making coconut oil.
Also, whatever is in the darkness must become in the light.
Correct is right. There we go. Right? You see, the PNM did a lot of vindictive, evil, wicked, dastardly things in the dark. And just imagine if we had to deal with them for another 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45 years with the same bunch of people in there. Same bunch, you know. Same bunch. Let me continue reading. Vinci Strongman, Dr. Ralph Gonzalez, must say whether 3 close family members were allotted exclusive Housing Development Corporation houses, while thousands of locals are deprived of their own shelter. And I could tell you guys, my family member is a police officer. Have all the documentation, every single piece of document. And to this day, she can't sniff a doorknob on her HDC house. Sniff a doorknob on her HDC house. And you know what make it even worse? I ain't gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that one. Let me continue. Anil Roberts has revealed that 3 people identified as Gonzalez's wife, Eloise, son, Storm, and daughter, Soleil, I hope I pronounce it that, were assigned $1 million upscale houses. The accompanying document tells a compelling story. The evidence suggests that Gonzalez, Prime Minister of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, since 2001, has a home, well, 3 actually, in Trinidad and Tobago, heavily subsidized by taxpayers. He could choose to hang out in TNT if he loses his country November 27 general election. If the housing beneficiaries are indeed Gonzalez's family member, what is the official HDC explanation for favoring privileged non-nationals over distressed locals on long waiting lists? Was there official application from the Vinci First family? And if so, when? What is the HDC policy that allows well-placed non-TNT nationals to skip the waiting line for scarce public housing? The allocation appears to be further cement Gonzalez's abiding ties to the PNM and provides fresh insight into his current antagonism towards Prime Minister Kamala Prasad Besessa. That's why we say cream always rises to the top. And Tommy, what is the other one?
Whatever is in the darkness must come into the light.
So the Prime Minister of St. Vincent is now fully exposed why he's now a defender of the People's National Movement. Fully exposed. Yeah?
Because his wife, his son, his daughter, his whole entire family benefited from taxpayers' money.
Correct is right.
Why is there wealthy people?
Yeah. And other people here in Trinidad waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting under the PNM for a house.
And the waiting, although they're waiting, they qualified.
Qualified?
They qualify and waiting.
And what they get? They get worse than salt. They get salt. They get worse than salt. If you say salt, that's good. At least they get something. They
They
get
get
worse
wins.
than salt.
If you work, if your salary, if your salary is over $25,000 a month, you
cannot qualify.
You overqualify. You could go and buy a.
All right, COP internet getting little problems. All right. He accused, you'll get back to COP. His internet giving a little problem, the stick. He accused PM Prasad Basesa of misguided notion in the current CARICOM diplomatic tiff with respect to United States military. Yeah, hold on, COP. Build up in the Caribbean Sea. Your internet went there for a little bit. Never mind that this tiny territory of 110,000 residents is assailed with brutal crimes, 54 ghastly murders last year, heavily fueled by free-for-all drug transshipment. Years of empty and predictable talk by CARICOM bosses have not impacted the money-spinning billion-dollar cocaine and weapons trade. Indeed, CARICOM countries in which there were more than 3,000 homicides last year were destabilized by narco underworld, while Gonzalez and his pals spewed absurdities. The discussion over the U.S. role in the region is useful and expected, but Gonzalez appearing to adopt hardline PNM speaking notes is another member. Could the exposed of the award of luxury homes to the Gonzalez clan help us better understand the Vinci's PNM stand? He has a responsibility to tell all to TNT, and especially to this country, as it goes to the polls at month end. And folks, I have 23 of which I was going to show you guys tonight on YouTube, but YouTube took it away. And let me see if I could read one of this here. Let me read one of this for you guys. Let me read this one here. So this is Dr. the Honorable Rav E. Gonzalez, Old Montrose, St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And this is Miss October 11, 2024. Miss Daniel Taylor, Customer Sales Supervisor, Republic Bank Limited, Westmore Branch, Trinidad and Tobago. Dear Madam, I'm writing this letter to confirm that I, Ralph E. Gonzalez, am the father of Solil Gonzalez, and to express my commitment to provide her with 7,000 TT monthly to facilitate payment of a mortgage for the address Victoria Keys Tower 2, Apartment 1A, Diego Martin. I understand the significance of this commitment and the responsibility I'm assuming. I will appreciate any courtesies that could be extended to her. Sincerely, Ralph E. Gonzalez, Dr. the Honorable Ralph E. Gonzalez. You hear that?
Yep.
Any courtesies that could be extended to her.
Yep.
Well, you know what that means, right? That's just one of the letters. That's just one. Let me see if I can find another one.
Professor, was she entitled to ask, you know?
Okay.
Ralph Gonzalez, his wife, his son, his daughter, them entitled to ask for opportunity for AGC houses, you know?
Yeah.
But it's up to the AGC management and them to give it. And if it's transparent and if it's against the law.
Well, let me read this one for you. This is from HDC. 19th of January 2018. To Miss Eloise, I hope I'm pronouncing that, Eloise Gonzalez, number 11, Silver Oaks, Montcoco Road, Pity Valley. Dear Miss Gonzalez, letter of offer for the sale of property situated at Victoria Keys. This is from HDC. Eh? We refer to the above caption matter. We are pleased to advise that your application for the purchase of property at Victoria Keys have been approved. Accordingly, we hereby make a formal offer to you to purchase the following unit at and for the purchase price of 1,960,000 Trinidad and Tobago currency. Unit number 1D, unit location, Tower 2, unit type, 2-bedroom, 2-bath, right? So that is about 300,000 times 6, that is 1.8. That is about 300 and something thousand US, right? If you multiply by 6, right? 1.8 something. Yeah? That ain't a bad deal, you know? Kindly
Subsidized
contact
by
our
taxpayers.
kindly contact our attorney at law, Miss Helen Arajo, MG Daly and Partners at 623-4013, no later than the 2nd of February to confirm that you wish to proceed with the purchase. When we receive your confirmation, you'll be required to execute a formal agreement of sale attached. You're also required to pay the deposit of 10% on the above stated price, 196,000 Trinidad and Tobago currency, right? So that is about 30,000 US dollars. Well, I ain't bad, boy. I COP, I need to see if I get one of them too, boy. I want if the wife go, we engage me in that way.
Misconduct in public office.
We advise that this offer is valid for 14 days. Failure for you to respond to us within the required period of time will result in the revocation of our offer hearing. We congratulate you on being selected. Listener, listen. We congratulate you on being selected and look forward to receiving your early response. Yours faithfully, Trinidad and Tobago Housing Development Corporation Managing Director. That's from HDC. Only see for yourself.
So them couldn't. So why the family could not look for one house? Why each one of them had also get different houses?
Yeah, you think it easy?
Those houses are never subsidized by taxpayers. Me and you subsidize that for Caribbean brothers and sisters to get the opportunity. Plus Prime Minister, wife and family. Keith Rowley should have that. Camille Robinson Regis.
Where Tommy take the call?
Let me take the. Should I take the call?
Yeah, take the call. Take the call.
WZYE. You're live.
Good night.
Good evening, sir.
Hello, Uncle Tom.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, good night, fellas. Uncle Tom and COP.
And
Ward.
Professor Wall Street.
Professor Ward.
Yeah.
The runner. The ambassador runner. Good night. Yeah. The problem I have with these kind of things, when this information come out, why nothing does end up happening? No justice doesn't come out. It's just nice information like that coming out from this old scam. You see where the Rowley, like the Rowley generation, that Gonzal fella. And he bad talking, Camilla. Yeah. And he sucking milk out of we here. He milking we. Yeah. But we authorities need to do something with this kind of information, with this kind of wickedness, where Rowley and Pattern and we. All them things I see me going on, and I Rowley have a part of doing all of that. It's the same evil kind of wicked thing. The authority is supposed to do something about that. It makes sense we getting all this thing and seeing all this evil, and then it just lying low and PNM people coming and talking well like if it's nothing. This the way out there Gonzal fella try to bring down Cabela, and then the foolishness we doing in the country. The people from St. Vincent and all supposed to rebel against gay out the politics. Some kind of justice supposed to happen with this information. Where we fraud squad doing? Who is the people in Trinidad could really help me to get justice for these things? Have a good night, fellas.
Thank you.
Yeah. Mr. Atlanta, call back. Let me take this call.
Our man from St. Vincent, bossy head for talking nonsense, you know. Ralph Gonzalez, remember that? When our man bossy head for talking choppiness.
Yeah. Mr. Atlanta, call back. You know,
Good
folks,
night to you, Mr. Atlanta.
Yeah, let me read the next one for you. Let me take this call. Mr. Atlanta, welcome. Mr. Atlanta. Hello? Good afternoon.
So, congratulations on your goal.
Thank you.
A bronze.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Yes, you made Trinidad proud. But
Thank you.
you are on the topic of the Gonzalez Prime Minister.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, I wasn't hearing you.
Yeah.
Yes. When you get this information,
where
was it answered? The letters you read out.
Well, I'm just reading all the letters. I don't know whether they were answered or not. I'm just reading it out.
So you just giving us the information, but you don't know what really happened.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I'm just sharing the information.
Okay, I would have liked to know what went on. But anyway, why, as the caller before said, why do we wait till this minute now to be speaking about it? Somebody should have known. I feel somebody had known this was going on. And we have a hush culture. So I think they just hush. Don't you think so?
Well, Miss Atlanta, there's a possibility that people didn't know, but now that a new government came into office, it actually, the stuff hit the fan, and it was exposed.
And you're gonna do something about it.
I don't know if you're gonna do anything about it, but I mean.
But anyway, let me say good night also to Uncle Tommy and COP.
Good night, Miss Atlanta.
Are you hearing them?
Yeah, good night to you, Miss Atlanta.
Yeah, they said good night to you. Yeah.
Good night, Miss Atlanta.
Okay, Tommy, I'm listening.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you. So, folks, let me read this next one for you guys. This is a letter dated August the 13th, 2020. Storm Gonzalez, Victoria Keys, Diego Martin, Trinidad. This is to Mr. Brent Lyons, Managing Director, Housing Development Corporation, 44 to 46 South Key, Port of Spain, Trinidad and Tobago. Dear Mr. Lyons, I hereby confirm that I intend to pay my sister Soleil Gonzalez rent for the property at Victoria Keys in the amount of $4,350 TT, inclusive maintenance fee for the first 5 years until she graduates from the University of the West Indies. So think about this, right? So they bought an apartment in her name, right? She couldn't pay the mortgage, right? I don't know how that does work in Trinidad and Tobago. You could buy a property in somebody else's name and pay the mortgage.
That's not supposed to be happening.
I'm asking.
It's not supposed to be happening.
Yeah.
AGC policy, it's not supposed to be happening. But under the PNM, anything can happen.
Okay. Folks,
once you're a foreigner,
yeah.
Once you're a foreigner, you get all the luxury treatment. You're a Trini, you're still waiting. You're still waiting.
Okay. And he went on to say, I have attached a letter from one of my banks stating that I'm capable of so doing. Please feel free to contact me for any further information. Best regards, Storm Gonzalez. Oh God, right? Yeah, I tell you, right? I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say in truth.
I want to see what the law going to do about this. What the law going to say about this. What stand agency now will take against this.
Yeah. So listen to this one, folks. There's a lot, eh? Ministry of Labor on-the-job training, 21st of June 2024, right?
Holy caller.
Mr. Solil Gonzalez at 1 Victoria Keys Housing Department, Diego Martin, on-the-job training program placement. Listen to this, eh? Further to your application, interview and completion of the mandatory OJT division virtual training development sanitization session to be held on the 24th to the 26th of June 2024. The on-the-job training division is pleased to confirm your assignment as a trainee in the position of clinical teaching assistant in small animal medicine and hematology, effective July the 1st, 2024 to the 30th of June 2026. You all hear that? Did you all hear that?
Yep.
Not only did she get an AGC apartment, she got work too.
Yep.
She get a work too.
Why is she going to school?
The wicked, evil, heinous, villainous, nefarious, diabolical, conniving, vindictive, devious, unscrupulous, iniquitous PNM, right? A person not from the island, get a work, get an apartment they can't pay for, but have a $1.8 million apartment. How you go? You have a $1 million apartment and use a OJT.
Under the PNM.
Under the OJT program, training is offered for a cumulative maximum period of 24 months. Your assignment will be subject to the following terms and conditions. You have been assigned to the University of Western East School of Veterinary Medicine, Department of Clinical Veterinary Sciences, Eric Williams Medical Center Complex, Dr. Anil Prasad, Head of the Department, Clinical Veterinary Sciences, located at BWMSC, Uriah Butler Highway, Champlain. You shall report to Mrs. Corinne Copeland Campbell, Director, Human Resources Division, located at the UE Head Office, St. Augustine, who will further advise you on your assigned position, training deliverables, and overall expectations. All you see what's going on in the country?
Yep.
All you see?
Yep.
All you think the PNM, right? The PNM get a walk. What is this one here now? Let me see this one here. Boy, so much, yeah? There's about 23 of these letters. 20 letters.
I want to see the authorities and them act on these misconduct in public offices, because it is misconduct in public offices. And why is they reading out them information and they're bringing out the fake facts? I want them to report it to the police. And that is how investigation is launched. I am saying, Anna Robert, take it to the police.
You have a check here from Republic Bank for 200,000 TT. 200,000. Caller, welcome. Caller, turn on your radio, your TV. Caller.
Hello.
Welcome.
Yeah. You know, good night, Wall Street.
Good night. Tommy and COP. Yeah.
Good night.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to figure out it. I used to work temporary in Petrotrin.
Right.
And I used to make sure when I work, I used to give my mother a little money when the week come or when the month come or whatever, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So the old lady never used to go in the bank and things. She take it and she just leave it in the house. Right?
And then a fella called Imbut decided he wanted to change the currency in Trinidad and Tobago.
Okay.
And when I tried to carry the money into the credit union, a credit union employee questioning how I could be depositing this money and why I did depositing this money. And then a supervisor had to come. And I tell her she wanted to know where I get the money from. And when I tell she where I get the money from, she said I had to get documentation to prove that and sign the affidavit. Right? And I had no problem. I went and do everything they said they wanted. I had to go in the bank and show where the money come from and all kind of things. That I was able to pull money. Right? Because FIU was holding an employee at ransom if anybody deposit more than $20,000, you have to report them. But how come nobody are reporting what's going on in HDC? Because the documentation for all these transactions would have passed across people's desks to be signed off on. Why it is nobody else locked up yet? Why it is nobody else lost their work yet? Why TTPS don't have investigators and the FIU not in their house going through the computer and their phone and the documentation and every single day? Why it is we don't have the Interpol investigating friggin' Gonzalez? Something wrong here, partner. It's like PNM still running this country. Or? Anyhow, that is my contribution.
Yeah, man. Thanks a lot. Let me read this last letter for you all.
The person who revealed that information had to take it to the police for investigation to launch.
Yeah. Let me read this last one for you all. HDC, Housing Development Corporation. Let me take this call. I'll take this call. Yeah. KFC.
Hello, good night. Professor Washington, Uncle Tommy and COP.
Yeah, man.
Good night.
That's going to happen in Trinidad and Tobago, you know. With all the information, all the vitamin information we get in it, no investigation ain't going on. We glad for the information. Thing was hiding in the dark for the last 9 years plus under the wicked PNM under Rowley. Now Anna Robert the man sit down, do research, come out and talk and let the public know what's going on under the PNM when they give them a house to their friends and family.
Yeah.
And nothing happening. So we then waiting for the investigation that is what's going on.
Yeah.
But we just seeing information left, right, and center, nothing going on.
Yeah.
Bless.
Bless. Let me read this next one for you guys. Listen to this one. Or just remember, Storm Gonzalez is going to pay the 1.8 million for, I think that's his sister, right?
Yeah.
Right? So that's 1.8, right? Listen to this next one. 21st of August 2018. Mr. Storm Gonzalez, number 11 Silver Oak, Moncoko Road, Pity Valley. Dear Mr. Gonzalez, this is from the HDC. Re. Letter of offer for the sale of property situated at Victoria Keys. We refer to the above caption matter. We are pleased to advise you that your application for the purchase of property at Victoria Keys have been approved. Accordingly, we hereby make a formal offer to you to purchase the following unit and for the purchase price of $1,625,000 Trinidad and Tobago currency. Unit 1E, location Tower E, unit type 1 bedroom, 1 bath. Kindly contact our attorney at law, Mr. Helen Arojo, MG Daily Partners at 623-4013, no later than the 4th of September 2018 to confirm that you wish to proceed with the purchase. When we receive your confirmation that you'll be required to execute a formal agreement of sale, see attached, you will also be required to pay the deposit of 10% of the above stated purchase price, which is $100,000, $162,500 Trinidad and Tobago currency. So $162,500. We advise that this offer is valid for 14 days. Failure for you to respond to us within the required period of time will result in the revocation of our offer herein. We congratulate you on being selected, and we look forward to receiving your early response. Yours faithfully, Trinidad and Tobago Housing Development Corporation, Managing Director. Hold it here. I can't read no more. I ain't reading no more. You all see for this out?
I believe AGC get instruction from Keith Rowley. I believe AGC get instruction from Keith Rowley to make that happen. Because our AGC bosses and CEO and things, them wouldn't just do illegal things just so unless they get instruction. And that was an illegal act.
You think it easy? Tommy, I send you a voice note. Can you please? Hold on, I send you a voice note.
Send it.
Hold on.
Andy Williams earlier played the voice note and earlier reading the message.
That's what he said? Yeah. Andy Williams, we are your video to play too, you know. I wonder if you should play Andy Williams' video. Let me see if I can play that video. I just send you a voice note there, Tommy.
Yeah, you want me to play it? Tell me when.
Yeah, go ahead. You can play it now. Play it.
Good night, Wall Street, Uncle Tommy, COP, and to everybody out there. Well, Soleil Gonzalez, Eloise Gonzalez, and Storm Gonzalez are three very lucky Gonzalez to see that people in this country catching their nenen to get a house. And these people come and get one before them. And look at the cost of the house. Look at the cost of the houses. Right? They're real lucky. But as far as we heard, Storm Gonzalez lied on his phone when he said his income was $25,000. And he has a business. He has a business. But you see, different strokes of PNM folks. And from what we are hearing also is that Eloise Gonzalez has a bank account, I think in the Bahamas, $400,000 US. It also may have you questioning, how did a certain campaign manager, a fisherman with twins, and a retired army man got houses down there also? And from what we heard is that the army man paid with cash for the house. Go back in your files and you will find it. Go back. And those houses are for not for according to what Dr. Bonilal and them had said, because remember he was the housing minister, and not for people in those capacities, right? So you see with the corruption that goes on in the PNM, and yet we mustn't talk about the PNM corruption. No, you have to talk about it. You have to look back at the past in order to come forward. Because when you forget the past, you're doomed to repeat it. You're doomed to repeat it. But you know, funny enough, Mark Prasad didn't pick up that.
He pick it up.
14-year-old live sports.
Yeah, he picked that up.
That is that you see the live sport now is email gate part 2. So now they know about Ralph Gate, right? Or should I say the Gonzalez Gate? But they will know about live sport. Thanks a lot and have a good night.
Thank you. Well, you see, folks, put your closing comments in the chat and send your closing voice notes. Put your closing comments in the chat and send your closing voice notes. You know, it's so disappointing, boy, that there are many Trinidadians who would love to have an apartment in Victoria Gardens. I wonder if I send this voice note for you, boy. I think I send this voice note to you.
Victoria Keys.
Victoria Keys, yeah, Victoria Keys. And
good night to the panel, good night to the country and the world.
Let me see if I, Tommy, I send in our next voice note.
Go ahead.
Folks, I am just amazed that what the PNM have done, right? And these things are only now coming to light. They only now coming to light.
Let me play the voice note?
Yeah, go ahead, play.
Good night to the panel, good night to the country and the world by extension. Compliments of this season. We are keeping the spirit through with everything, right? I'm not denying she and what she said. Here we're going on hour. We start to like have a program very focused forward. You see, the past, very focused and fixing, forget the past. If we could try that, because that will go on, we only keeping ourselves in the past. I mean, not looking to go forward. If we keep reminding in the back, we are reaching away, forget who do what in the past, and let we come together and fix this country for the future.
Hola, voice note. You hear about the quote, you have to look at your past in order to fix the future.
So you don't repeat it.
Correct. So you don't repeat it. I don't understand that. So you looking at 3 people, right? People get house from HGC, and you don't want people to look at that.
What wrong with you, Alistair? Alistair, what wrong with you? What's wrong with you? The country must expose the wrongdoing. That is how the future will understand what is right and what is wrong. Programs like this must expose PNM corruption. That is why we're doing this. To expose the PNM corruption. Expose the wrongdoing. The future of this country must know the wrong of the PNM. Especially when the PNM tried to hide it. If the UNC and Anna Roberts and them wasn't professional in the research, today the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago would have never know Rav Gonzalez, wife, his daughter, his son. And who else again, maybe under some different name, get property in Trinidad and Tobago. Why is we have thousands of qualified citizens waiting over 10 years? When they could have just give them it. Take the call, Uncle Tom.
Yeah. So folks, I want to play this video before we go. Only calls, yeah? I want to play this video before we go. Only calls, folks. Only calls. I want to play this video. This is a video by Andy Pitbull Williams. Take a listen to this.
Trinidad and Tobago, no truly the Pitbull radio. And a real fix. So I always fix. And principle is principle. Right now, I'm in front of the constituency office of Brian Manning. Patrick Manning, the late Patrick Manning's son. And real disappointed in him. And I want to believe Patrick Manning will be turning in the grave. Imagine the San Fernando, the mayor of San Fernando are technically complimenting and happy for the continuation of the port of the San Fernando waterfront. You understand? Brian Manning mentioned that that is his father's idea, and this is that, and it will come to your father. All right? But Mr. Brian Manning, even if that is your father's idea, even if it's the late Patrick Manning idea, when you're supposed to be praising the government for coming with your father's idea, with your father idea, coming with your father idea and implementing it. You was part of a government for 10 years. And not Imbert, not Rowley, not Cummins, none of them in the PNM wanted to implement your father's great idea that you're talking about. You know, when they're thinking. A man, the PNM leader, former leader, Dr. Christopher Rowley, mentioned that he went liquor to for a man who came out of the car. Remember? All kind of thing. Hit your father's spirit blow. Today your father gone. Admit in walking Wobia to throw away your father, or to kill your father. And today, you in bed with the same man that admit that he hit your father a bad spirit. Come on, man, Brian Manning. You could never be Patrick Manning's son. Plain talk, bad manners. You could. That's why I find you resemble Ken Valley. Brian Manning, you resemble Ken Valley. You could never be Patrick Manning's son, boy. You understand? Ungratefulness is worse than witchcraft. And Manning should leave his grave with a cocaine broom, with steel piss, and beat you all over. That's why you're looking like a piece of pork. That's why you might lose your visa when you come in to go in America. Because Trump don't want to obese people in the country again. Yeah. So again, Trinidad and Tobago, I had also come to deal with the Honorable Member of Parliament, Patrick Manning's son, Brian Manning. Right in front of the constituency office, as you all see. Right in front of the constituency office. Again, Brian Manning, your government before never find it fit to implement your father's dream that you say that this government take. Never. And instead you compliment the government. You talking about the thief, your father idea, and them thing. Watch out, is he paying them split out your father? And if it is that is your father idea that the UNC going with or the new government going with to implement, you're supposed to be supporting, boy, not against. So then my quick question to you. Are you Patrick Manning's son or Ken Valley's son? Because something had to be wrong with you. Your head ain't good. I gone.
So there you have it, folks, the Pitbull of radio. But I want to give you guys a surprise video here before we go. I want you guys to watch this video here. Watch this one. I ain't calling you now, but you all can figure out this one for yourself. All right? Watch this one, eh? What do you, Tommy? You feel you're going to know who this is, Tommy? You feel so? So this is question of the day to Councillor Teresa Lynch. When will you fix this? This is from Kokie Toruba. Kokie Toruba. I don't know if COP want to say anything about it. COP want to say anything? I ain't COP.
COP?
COP? You want to say anything about this, COP?
Are you hearing us?
All right, let me play this. Watch this, folks.
That was the platform.
Watch it there, folks. Let's see what it look like. I question for PNM Councillor Teresa Lynch from Kokie Toruba. When will you fix this? You already know who that person is on the right there in the middle?
That was the platform.
There you all have it. COP. I think you mute your mic. Your mic mute. Let's work on mute your mic. Your mic mute. Your mic. Here we go.
Yeah.
COP, you know on mute.
You hear me there?
Yeah, we couldn't hear you before. Your mic was muted. Go ahead.
Yeah. Carissa Lynch have been the councillor for Kokie Toruba for over 9 years. 3 consecutive elections. And when you look at all the other councillors and them, the work that they're doing in their electoral area, Carissa Lynch naturally neglect Toruba. Naturally neglect. She have the ability to ensure that all play parks, play field, cut, maintain, side roads, patching, and paving. Carissa Lynch just neglect all them things. And reaping the benefit and the opportunity she have as being a councillor. And just not, why it is Carissa Lynch can't get the play park and think cut. We have over 485 HCC houses in this community. And not one of the children them could go and play in that savannah because of the neglect of Carissa Lynch. That should never happen. A young lady, we just asked him, Carissa Lynch, to do your blasted job. Do your job. Do what all them other councillors and them doing. When we driving in mornings, we seen all the other councillors and them that had workers outside cleaning the community, clean, green and seen community. But in Turuba, you neglect it. Why PNM neglecting the community? And the community is 99.9%, 91.9% African. And she just, to make the UNC look bad, she abandoned she work to make the UNC look bad. But it's Carissa Lynch's responsibility to ensure that we play park functioning.
Yeah, go for the break.
Yeah, I guess she boo for that. You guess she a boo for me.
Yeah, guess she a boo when we come back. You get Carissa Lynch a boo. Carissa Lynch take this before. Folks, we're gonna take that break and we'll be right back.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio, WZYE 95.9 FM.
We are back with you. It's In the Village with Uncle Tommy, COP, Professor Walshit, and you on WZYE 95.9 FM. We come to you every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. That's every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. Don't forget, folks, whenever you join us, do your WZYE civic duty. Share the live. WZYE 95.9 FM on Facebook. Subscribe. WZYE TV and YouTube. And you can reach us here at 973-868-1444. That's 973-868-1444.
Also 973-609-6509. That's 973-609-6509. And as the professor said, please share the love as soon as you get in. And we thank you.
So, folks.
And this is for the over 400 on YouTube. Love you guys. Be part of the program. Share the life. Tell a friend to tell a friend to be part of WZYE 95.9 FM.
Thank you very much. And folks, just a minute. This thing gave me a little bit of problems here. Okay, hold on. Let me see. Here we go. COP, go ahead with your closing comments.
Trinidad and Tobago, think positive, don't be negative, be cool, calm, and collective, and set goals in life and work towards that. That's my closing comment.
Where, Tommy?
This one is from Emily Dickinson. And she says, if I can stop one heart from breaking, I shall not live in vain. Again, she said, if I can stop one heart from breaking, I shall not live in vain. Like I always say, you're the man in the mirror. You have to become that change you want to see. However, if you look in the mirror and you don't like what you see, you cannot blame the mirror. Never look down on a person unless you're giving them a hand up. Love you all. Be safe. Take good care of yourselves. And we'll see each other on Thursday, God willing. Till then, good night.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
My closing comment is take the first step in faith. You don't have to see the whole staircase. Just take the first step. From where I sit, this is it. The clock on the wall say that's all I like to say, but I've got to go. Remember, hard work beats talent. When talent does not work hard, and for every 60 seconds of anger, you lose 1 minute of happiness. Remember, your circumstances may determine who you are, but you are responsible for who you become. Let me go into the WhatsApp to see what I have. me see. Let's closing comment. Another closing comment. Okay. Cookie, PNM Taruba, UNC, FFP. Okay, whatever that is. Okay. Don Alexander quote is always remember, if you made a promise, keep it. If you have love, cherish it. If someone confided in you, respect it. If you did wrong, apologize for it. If you want trust, earn it. Good night. Let the stars guide your dreams. Thank you, Donna.
I will voice note.
Yeah. We go deal with that next program, Mr. Florida. Dean can ask why 3 HDC houses, you ask? Because they were allowed to. Simple Wall Street. I got this from someone. It said, it's alleged that Ralph Gonzalez's wife is a Trinidadian and she bought the houses on the open market. But she didn't buy them. Based on what we just read. It wasn't her. Come, you have a voice note, you said?
Yeah, dry gin.
Go ahead.
Aye, low jack gamble. To go. Good evening again. A very interesting program today, though. I must say, having Miss Tishera there. Yeah. What I find strange but not surprising, is that no question came up about insider trading. But as most of you will know, of the things that were said. I know some of the things that were said when she was PNM. So you see why my sermons does be about the flip-flopping. And I like the caller who talk about, hey, let me stop looking backwards and trying to go forward now. Let's look forward and walk forward. We'll be able to reach somewhere. You understand? And let's get away from dealing with the individuals and start to deal with the systems. Yeah? Because the country lovers want to see anybody who do evil, thief, interfere with the public purse, they must be dealt with according to law. Not blow them out of existence. They must be dealt with according to law. After due process, deal with them. So I am not here asking for only UNC people to go before the court and answer for their stupidness. Nor am I asking for PNM people to go before the court to answer for their stupidness. It must be everybody, anybody who do things. I am saying they should go for and not wait no bloody 10 years, 12 years, 15 years. No, that is unfair to the citizenry and good living in Trinidad and Tobago. Oh gosh, man, all join with me now. Let me fix this place. Join with me now.
No.
Stop going through that one color now. Let me love all the colors. And let me try to fix the whole thing and not just one part of it. Because you notice it's only when one group go, then you just hear what the other group didn't. What they didn't. You understand? So you see what they had to deal with 2015 because of what happened between 10 and 15. Huh? Come now, man. Let me fix this thing and stop being one-sided, out of balance. Good night, and let's pray and talk. Fix it.
So, folks, here is the closing comments from the chat. I don't know who he want to join him now. He asking people to join him. Boy, stay with your PNM people now, man. Nobody in vex with you.
Barataria Rowley Jr. is the role model.
Yeah. You like to listen
like
to
information from them.
Yeah, you want to listen to the Koki Eye station. The destructive talk with the pastor with the internet search engine. The next one, nobody upset with you. You
and
go
we
ahead now.
talking about let we go forward. We going forward.
Correct,
with the
is
government.
right.
It's them who are keeping back. It's them who are holding back and creating propaganda.
Yeah, let me give him this before we go. Just before we go, folks.
That the PNM has found itself in, as the gentleman would have said rightly. Dr. Eric Williams, many years ago, said that every single member of the PNM is a propagandist of the PNM. And one of the first things I will do as your new chairman is to ensure that the propagandists of the PNM must be deployed on every nook and every cranny of this country, and we will chase them away on social media, and that the gospel of the PNM must be known to every single citizen of this country.
Okay, here is some of the closing quotes. Anthony Ford says, "Be safe out there, people." Santa Cruz says, okay. Till Thursday, God willing, stay safe, stay blessed, stay hydrated. X Smooth says, Wall Street, the government need to investigate all past MPs who have rental billings to government. Monty Steele says, closing comments, Tommy Mohammed, Rajendra Maraj, I hope you'll always remember that I think UNC made attempts on constitutional reform at fullest scale possible, but were turned down by PNM protesters and therefore couldn't carry forward. So let's hope this time, when UNC/other organization besides gets a suitable constitutional majority in whatever time to come in order to get those jobs done. So that is Monty Steele. 07 Alana, stay good everybody, keep boycotting the 1% media. Anthony Ford, everyone locked on, bye, stay blessed. Susan Lalchan, good night, Wall Street, Uncle Tommy and COP and everyone else. Sweet dreams and God bless you. See you on Thursday. George Ramdeen, my closing remarks is, I'm so ashamed of what the PNM was allowed to do us. God have mercy on TNT, and so we save we from the PNM. Smooth says, only tonight guys only beat them begging to even work in disgusting drains for $150 a day, but PNM giving millions HC services and work. The Santa Cruz closing comment, no one who build their happiness on other sadness will fare well, unknown. Smooth says, to whom much is given, much is required. Cool Runner says, truth is like surgery, it hurts, but it heals. A lie is like a painkiller, it gives instant relief, but has side effects forever. Tommy Mohammed closing comment is this, I hope in my lifetime I see plenty former PNM ministers and officials get incarcerated. Tommy Mohammed says, my next closing comment is this, we need a brand new constitution now, not later. So there you have it, folks. That is, let me see. Nadira says, good night, everyone. Good night to you, Nadira. So there you have it, folks. We are out of here. We see you on Thursday, same WZYE time, same WZYE channel. Good night, good night, good night.
Good night, good night, good night, Trinidad Tobago. See you
See you
Tuesday.
Okay, bye-bye.
When UNC wins, everybody wins. When UNC wins, Trinbago wins. Everybody wins.
Now is the time to rise and shine. Tell your mother, tell your father, now is the time to decide. If you want leaders who can build, place your ex by the rising sun. If you want leaders who can lead properly, place your ex by the rising sun. On election day,